It seemed like of the three questions I put up, the third one was the most liked. Why
What
are
was that again?
why are we chosen to carry these gems?
I just don't. I feel like that leaves too much of a gap for him to give us like dumb stuff.
Yeah,
Do you know what
He's
I
I
mean?
think he's it's not going to be very good information no matter what we ask, I think.
I just like that's why I'm like, can you just give us full text, verbatim, the entire
No.
prophecy beginning to end?
He already said he's not going to give us much because
Did he
yeah.
say that?
So
he
okay,
Why do
did.
people
so
suck?
we'll go through a recap real quick. So obviously our last session was heavily combat filled, battling Ithrin, this large adult white dragon at the base of Hilvarik Peak, deep into the actual ice and the bedrock, was his lair. And that fight was very intense. I think it was probably one of the closest fights I've had with this particular dragon. With all of you going down pretty low and having low slots and features and things, and Gilga not hitting anything. So,
I was doing amazing. I was
On brand. Role play to its
yeah,
finest.
role play to its finest. So, anyways, the dragon was defeated. Wolfsing, unsure, but sacrificed himself, potentially getting you all through this small crevice within the actual ice fissure, that ice block that leads into the lair at this lower end of the large trench. These smaller, lesser drakes that they were, dozens of them, upon dozens, right? They were kind of guard drakes, most likely littering the hill or the mountains around Hilvari Peak in defense of this lair. Notice that you all were right coming and then attacked, but their attack was a little bit miscoordinated, mistimed, a little bit naive interpretation of what you all were doing and what you all were capable of. Something that was interesting about this particular layer, the terrain was difficult. You were slipping around. There was ice, actual large giant icicles falling from the ceiling as they came downwards. There was light emanating from some of the actual crystals that protrude from the stalagmite pillars that extend upwards. And it just added to this much intense, long fight that we had. Now, at the end of it, Ithrin slain. Towards that, I would say maybe like 90% health, right? Very wounded, this dragon was, called for aid from a master. That's what it referred to. What came out of a greenish portal was a young human that had almost like white silverish hair with golden eyes that began to slightly slant a little bit with this immaculate red silk robe with golden stretch and entrenchment of the actual stitching on the left and right of the vestment, right, that comes down either side of the robe. Next to this figure that came out was an old man. This old man, seemingly plain dressed in comparison, and this old man began a battle against the other. They were casting high level magic, things that were very powerful. They were countering each other. It was definitely a battle of wits, battle of skill, and neither of them were victorious. Now, when Ithrin finally fell, there was something that happened to the young human, the one wearing that red silken robe with the golden stitching of the dragons that are entwined, clutched at the chest. Not winced necessarily, but just clutched a little bit of fear, a little bit of anger, and then disappeared. You were left with this old man who is extremely old. You would probably guess that this human is near 98, 99 years old, maybe a little bit over 100, clutching onto the quarterstaff for support on the icy floor, has unveiled some very interesting information in a tiny amount of time. Seems to know a lot of bit about Gothic and others. Just kind of been saying information out of the head there. Now, from a request, can answer one question on request. Now, this question, just one, and is stated at the last session, has stated that they cannot answer anything more, for things will not come to fruition. It's a good way to summarize it. So it's very important that this figure cannot give you that information, all of it. So streamlining to one question feels like that might not cause any problem. giving you that benefit of the doubt after all you've been through and what you've all have experienced.
Wait, so we can only ask one question?
Can we huddle up?
Don't
Yeah,
ask him
yeah.
that. That doesn't count.
Yeah, everyone, huddle over. Come on.
All right. All right.
Are we huddling
Not
around
fast. No one
him?
mentioned this in class.
Yes, stop trying to get the heart. Come over here.
No, you guys decide. I feel like I have no input here, so.
Yeah, he has no input. I do.
I still feel strongly we should find out who that guy was at the very least.
I feel like we can understand what that is. That's a
mean,
pretty.
I'm
Who is
wondering who
he?
the master
Explain-
was. Was he the master?
No, that guy we saw was the master, and apparently he feels very strongly about all this due to some kind of tragedy which related to his mother. And I'd really like to know who he is / how he fits into all of this. Considering the
Why
fact
he
that
tried to disrupt this prophecy.
anything we ask about ourselves are probably going to get deflected because of not wanting to mess up the prophecy. But that guy is trying to act outside of the prophecy. It'd be really great to know who he is and why he cares.
Well,
Got
I
it.
think isn't our prophecy mainly to? Oh, I guess we can.
Our prophecy is pretty straightforward. It's something to do with kill all the dragons.
No. I
or
think our
something.
original, like the prophecy that the giants gave us, was to kill Ithran, right? But the entire prophecy has not been told. So
No, we
There's
don't know
all
the whole
going on here than just this. I like
You want
Nayara's
it,
idea. I'm ready to go with that.
Okay,
I-
sure.
I would go with either. Could you give us a full transcript of the prophecy, or
Has to know.
who's that guy?
I feel like
Got
he
it.
could be in, if we want to know the full prophecy, then we would know who he is from that, possibly, because I feel like we can infer, just like how you read a book, that he is likely going to be the traumatized boy. Because wasn't the mom attacked?
That's what
by
I'm
the,
saying.
By the
But-
boy?
Look, let's ask, and we'll find out. All right.
But the mom
I'm fine
didn't
with
die.
whatever. Just I don't
The mo-
know.
All right.
There was some
Okay.
guardian with him, but we don't know who that guardian was.
No.
Other than that, she was super unhelpful and very pretty, but very unhelpful.
So Thothic will turn back to the gentleman. All right, sir.
Wait.
What?
Getting my notebook.
Ask him. Try to ask it in as open-ended. Like if we say who is he, and it'll be like, oh, that's Jerry. Like how does that guy connect to this? You know what I mean? Like an open-ended.
Trust me, lass. Trust me. I know. I have a pretty good idea what I'm doing.
I don't know why old wizards only let us do one thing. It's very challenging.
I think I know why. I'll explain in a little
The
later.
wheel
all right?
comes out in 30 minutes. He ain't waiting.
Thothic turns around and says, "All right. Who is that you're fighting? And why is he trying to disrupt this prophecy?"
That's 2 questions.
That's 2 questions.
Dang it!
Oh,
There was no
shit.
period into
God.
that.
Why is he trying to disrupt this prophecy? I think he'll get more of an answer.
I think you all need to take a little bit more time. I'm just sitting.
Oh shit, that's
All
the
right,
wrong
we'll
question.
we'll
That's-
take one
Don't-
more minute. We'll take one more
I
minute.
need to eat
Don't
this
go
dragon heart. That's what I
anywhere.
need to do.
Continues to look
I
around.
think.
I mean,
who he
a
is.
minute, not too longer than that though.
I think who
show.
he is. I think who he is isn't as important as why he's trying to disrupt this.
Ask
Yeah.
him where the leader is.
He
If we
told us
know
to
who
take
he
the
is-
time after we asked him why to
Pass
disrupt.
it
I
down.
it.
know,
Doing
I know.
that,
I'm
don't
putting out my feelings
Varys
on the
agreed
matter.
with me though.
If we know
Pointed
who
out.
he is, if
2
we know
votes for
who-
where the leader is.
How does this dragon's master connect to the prophecy? What is this?
Maybe
We don't
he,
really know what
maybe
the
he
prophecy
doesn't.
is, so it's going to go
Right.
over our head, right?
Maybe not if he tells us again and we can do like a cross. I don't know, because I feel like whatever we ask, he's going to be so obnoxious. Look at his
Well,
face. He's just chilling and eating rations. He's not going to tell.
I feel like if we
Nah, he
know
conjured
who
that
he,
fruit. He brought that himself.
If we
I'm
know
sorry?
who
No,
he
no,
is,
someone give him rations.
if we know who he is, maybe we can ask around. If I get a name, maybe I will know it. Maybe he's become
Maybe I'll know it at this
important figure of history.
Just ask him where the
I mean-
leader is. I see
I
the
guess-
blood-sown gurgle out of a dragon's head.
If he's a criminal, then we can look him up. We can
Ask him where the heart no dragon
Well,
is.
If
I
we
need
get
to
his
eat this
name
thing.
Not pass.
broken, I feel like
What-
one, if we know his name, we'll know if he's the guy from that time I accidentally touched the rock and then we went to that other place.
Oh, do we
Or
know the kid's
two,
name?
I
Yes.
do know his name in my notes.
His name was Hedron.
It was like
His mother
Hedron.
was Lady Cinderelena.
We don't know that was his mom. I'm pretty sure that was just a guardian,
That was
an
a
incredibly
lady.
unhelpful guardian.
It is a female.
Okay, but not everyone you see who's a woman is your mom. I know it's very confusing.
But
See, man.
Here's another side of it.
Just
for-
everyone's
just
mommy.
for a
Sorry,
thought.
mommy.
Just because
Why
we
was
know his
Paylor trying
name,
to kill them?
well, just because we know his name, doesn't mean
Mhm.
there's some history on him we can look up. It could just be that after that time we saw him as a kid, he fucked off somewhere and was hiding for years, and now he's showing up to cause some shit.
That
You're-
is true.
You're
We're
gonna
gonna get
see like the
Merlin, just
dragon's
like-
mouth move, and I think we should find where the leader is.
Man, that Ethan,
We
you're
ask
really
him-
intelligent, honestly. You're speaking from the grave right now.
Can we
As
say,
I d-
can you
I-
tell us? Can you tell us
I'm not
about that
paying
guy?
attention to
Is that a question? Can you tell us?
You should ask
We
him
can-
if he's
we
the
can-
leader.
But what if he
I don't-
says yes and that's the answer?
Oh,
like a
may
jo-
you tell us? May you tell
But-
us about that guy?
Well,
No,
the answer's gonna be yes,
here-
'cause he
here's
may.
one. Please tell us everything you can about who you fought.
Every single detail. When he goes use the bathroom, what he eats in the morning,
I-
what his blood type is.
I don't think we need to know all that, lad.
Are you sure
Right.
about that? Because I mean, if we give him the wrong blood type, he has an infection.
What are you gonna do? You gotta jump him when he's in the privy?
So
Yes.
there's a
you
lot
can-
of there's a
I
lot
mean-
of ifs and ands. I mean, there's one very easy question we could ask him.
No, we're not asking where
Not
the leader
asking
is.
where the leader is.
I'm
And I
saying
think-
it's one answer he could give us an actual answer to,
Okay,
and
but
not
let's
say,
just
"Oh, well,
answer the
okay,
guy. The
this-
guy's
this-
been
this-
patiently waiting. Let's just
Yes.
answer. Okay, tell us
Especially
everything
because he's
you
eating.
know about
me,
the
sir.
guy you fought with.
Yes, sir.
No, no,
All right,
Ooh.
I think we got it.
Put it up to a
Please
vote.
tell us everything you can about
I
who
call
you're
first
fighting.
dibs on the dragon parts then.
He's gonna fuck us. I hate this man.
What did you say?
Are you talking with us?
Ask him about the leader.
I'm hearing multiple questions from all of you. And it seems like you're in great conflict with each other.
No, no, no.
That is
we
all
got- we
right.
have-
Sir,
I understand.
sir,
What about we Rochambeau? I'll Rochambeau you all for it.
I got an idea, guys. I'm gonna
Rock,
whisper
paper,
over
scissors,
to
the question.
I'm gonna whisper over to Thuthing and just gonna say to him, actually, I'm gonna use message and cast it and go like, yo, Thuthing, I got an idea. He might not like this, but if we really wanted to, I can detect his thoughts and maybe I will be able to tell something.
This
by
high
probing
level
into his mind.
wizard is
Do you know where a dragon's heart is?
high level wizard.
Sophie's gonna turn, look right at Wingsong, and say, "Young man, this gentleman can probably kill you with his mind alone.
I can
I
kill
do
things
not
with my
suggest
mind.
doing that.
I'm not gonna know what's going
Sir,
on because he
I
passed the message.
apologize for my companions.
He can't hear.
If they
this is
want to
whisper.
try to ask a question that will get as much as possible at you,
There's no
But I
reason
think-
to be upset, Darthig. Heavy heart.
I'm not upset. I'm worried about
Is
offending
this the
you.
heart? No.
I cannot
He
be
should
offended.
That's the toe.
Okay.
He can't be offended. If he's offended by me looking into his thoughts, I didn't say that. That's not on the record.
You, Wing Song, can try to detect my thoughts.
Thanks.
You
See,
will be unsuccessful.
he is allowing me the chance to do it.
The chance that it will fail. What the chance
Has
that it
avoided
fails
the
100% now.
intestine.
You can try all you will. And
Oh,
fail
man,
you will.
you-
But you
You
know-
are tempting me.
well,
you are
that is what I
tempting me,
love
sir.
about you, Wing Song.
Don't
You
do
just
it.
keep
I'm,
going and going. Even in this
Wait.
fight with Ethren.
Can we
I
ask how this guy
may
knows all of us?
remember that you casted, let's say, how many of those did you send out before they realized they didn't work?
I think he's shit talking. I
What
think
did
he's
you- what-
actively shit
Relentless.
talking.
That is why you are chosen.
This is a southern
See, he
compliment.
gave me
and it is
information
not
already.
good.
I was chosen Because I'm relentless. I'm determined and I'm
Okay,
stubborn.
but when he says relentless, it's synonymous with dumb. Don't.
No, that's not synonymous. You can be really intelligent and arrogant and still be determined and stubborn. I learned that from my peepa. He died.
Reaches into the
Yeah.
robe and
I
pulls out
think-
this really odd bronze pocket watch and flicks it open.
I think
Nobody asked
whatever
what that is.
question we ask,
Nobody asked what that
we're-
is.
we're going to be disappointed because we're not going to get everything we want.
Unless
We
you ask
just
where the leader
need
is.
to settle
Already
on that.
disappointed.
Unless you ask him where the leader
So I
is.
think just asking
Or how do we
to
find the
please
leader?
tell us everything about who's fighting, and we see what we
Leader.
get.
I agree. I'd say
Just
we
tell
put
us
it up to a
everything you
vote so we can get
can,
a
so-
clear answer of who wants what.
Leader.
Okay. Raise your hands for the question I proposed.
I don't think question.
I'm just gonna cast a minor illusion of a giant heart that I would think would be a dragon's heart to try and distract Paz, like over here.
He can't vote. He's abstaining.
I mean, I can very clearly tell it's not a real heart because I
Alright.
go right through it.
I think.
Well, I mean,
I
you'd
think
have
with
to
the
run over
number.
and check it first. I'll vote for
think-
the leader.
I think with the number of hands I saw, I think my
Leader.
question
Leader
passes.
hands.
Yes,
So-
I think your question passes the thing.
Varys
we
also
just-
agreed with me, even though he's not here.
All take a breath. All stay quiet for a moment. And
Eris
I
is
will
passed
ask.
out.
You're gonna be.
Dorothy will turn
wrong.
back to the gentleman and say, "All right, sir. No interruptions this time. Please
Leader.
tell us everything you can
About the leader.
about who you are fighting."
That is the question, then. That is what
That
you
is
all
the
have
question.
proposed.
No.
I
Aye.
don't want to get up from my chair for anything less than what you want. All right, then.
You need a hand, sir. And Dorothy goes out his hand.
Nope, I'll be fine, heavy heart. Just crack of the back. Ah.
Uh,
Really good at massages.
Why can't I
Nah.
dream of dragons?
Points the fingers outwards towards where the young person came from a portal this time. You see an illusion of that figure appear in the same space. Begins to walk over to it, slowly and surely, kind of moving with the staff upon the ice. This here goes by the name of Damodar. Type names. as you-
Wait.
I could have told you that
A
one.
talented sorcerer and wizard. Studied within the Wizard Keep. Young boy. Did well in evocation and divination magic. The story of Damodar is before my time. As I have
Sorry.
been in service for King Reldor Talthar when this boy discovered something far greater. It was on the Isle, the Blessed. There within the ruins of Felgum, there exists a place known as the Well of Nine Realms. I'll put this in chat, so just I'll put the names in chat.
Writing right now, I'm trying
Everyone's
so
like
hard.
writing. Everyone's writing so hard. I can tell everyone's writing so hard. Make sure to put the names in
I
chat.
figured you would. That's why I wasn't
Yeah.
writing. I wanted this.
You're gonna put the whole. The cat stole the like cover from my thing and like bolted with it.
At the end
You
at the
only asked a
end.
question and you were gonna answer it.
No,
Yes, there will be stuff in chat.
at the end. I'll put the names in the chat, and at the end of the session, I'll type it up.
Okay. Because I literally you were about to start talking and I had to run.
Yes, well, now this is kind of usual for you. Well, the Well of Nine Realms held very interesting properties. It was connected to something or someone. There were gnomes that inhabited the Isle of the Blessed, and they were the ones that created Felgum. They come from a town called Salard in the region of Ethrina. Now, within Felgum, they conducted their studies and their research. They brought many to the fold. They spoke of this something or someone as the Old One. Not to be confused with anything 5th edition related.
Don't worry, I don't know that.
There was interesting properties when I would come to Felgrim and I would speak to one of its headmasters, Headmaster Porik. There was something about time. It seemed to be slower. Things that would happen on the mainland or the rest of the world were different. When you were on the isle, seconds would turn into minutes. Now, what that means in the grand scheme of Damodar is that Damodar used the Well of Nine Realms to do something. Something I do not know. I find it very peculiar that you all indeed have these stones. It's something I could not predict. And it's a little bit beyond my own magic. However, you all have been chosen, regardless, and you will fulfill the prophecy. Be wary of Damodar. He has been imbued with power beyond imagination. It seems to be at the command of these dragons. Not just Ithrin, but many more. 9 years ago was when Damodar went to the Well of Nine Realms. 8 years ago was when the war broke out. That is when the Wizard's Keep fell. So did the ruin of Chandrodar, great city within the region of Uther. The land around the region itself was laid bare and scorched and tormented, particularly by one dragon, Erithun. Erithun is cunning, vile, large, very evil. Serves Damodar. Never quite seen a dragon serve someone like that. It's very interesting.
Am I missing something here?
Yes, Heavy Heart, what are you missing?
You say this dragon Erithun serves it.
Erithun serves Damodar.
Erithun.
Erithun died.
All right, that's what I missed. All right, apologies.
Erithun is the ancestor of Erithun.
Well,
Erithun is long gone.
Makes more sense. All right.
Erithun was nice to us. Just saying. I mean, now you remember. You know, we went to that cave and all those crystals, and then we actually destroyed a
That
crystal.
wasn't Barathun.
That wasn't. Oh shoot!
That
No,
was-
that wasn't.
that was
right.
That was Balroggar.
That was Balroggar.
You have
That's
met
right.
Balroggar. He's still
Yes.
alive, is he? I'm surprised he's...
Probably not anymore.
Well, served his purpose then.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the one that told us about Magello and gave us the info on Barathun, and the sword that Naya used to slay Eldrin, the Bane of Barathun. We got it from him.
It's quite
Oh,
the
wait,
sword,
wait.
isn't it?
Pseudo okay.
I wouldn't know. I'm not allowed to wield it.
I'm afraid.
I did. It was really fun. You know, I never, I make swords, but I never swung a sword before, so that was really cool.
It's
That thing's
honestly really
huge.
terrifying. I don't want to look at it, honestly. It
I'm
makes me
honestly
feel
having
like
a
I'm
really
gonna
good
die.
time with it. I am a little concerned about the risk of killing everyone that I've learned to care about, but
You care about me?
You
Yeah.
care
What?
about us?
no.
Oh.
But what who do you care
A little
about?
bit, just a little.
Wait, but you literally dragged me into this party. You forced me to fight with y'all, and you don't care about me?
I care. I got a moment
Well,
of.
it seems
fear of
like you all
vulnerability.
have a little bit of synergizing that happen. I
Team
thought it
building.
might come a little bit earlier, but maybe in the near
No.
future.
So did we.
No, I'm still learning. Still
I mean, to be
learning
fair,
how-
some of us have bonded over slaying a lot of dwarves.
Some of us have been terrified
Uh,
and mentally scarred.
Gaga, I care about you. I'm a little shook on the whole. Some of us are keeping secrets and some of us aren't, and the whole
Well,
larger.
secrets are natural.
I'm not keeping secrets from you.
I'm
alright?
also a little worried about the sword making me kill people, but that are you?
The sword makes you kill people.
What?
I held a sword. I never felt a drive to kill.
I feel fine.
That's very peculiar, Naira. The sword in particular was made by the wizards of old, the Knights of Beer, to kill a red dragon. You are a Knight of Beer, are you not?
Yes.
That means you have
took
red.
a while.
That means you have red draconic blood in you. You are fueled by the very magic that created this sword. Each of you may wield it. Does not require what proficiencies you have. You will be proficient with it.
No, that was really cool.
There
I
is no strength requirement either of this blade.
Oh,
It's real.
so even little Bardie
Sisterhood of
or
the
tall
Traveling
Bardie
Pants.
boy like me can go like the hacky and the slashy and the pokey with.
Takes out the watch
But-
once more, flicks it open. I'm a scare. Your question has been answered.
You have to go, but
Where
can't
do
you
you
answer
have to
one
go
more?
to?
No. Chosen ones,
Where you-
What time?
it has been a pleasure. And
Are you
thank
the
you
leader?
for your service. I am not your leader, Paz. I do
Damn
know where
it.
your leader is. If only you
Son
asked
of a
that
bitch.
question.
Son of a bitch, I'm gonna kill everyone here!
You can't do
I
that.
will
That's
end the
illegal.
life.
Pez.
I could have told you it was Damodar.
I must
No,
return.
then why didn't you do that, you weirdo?
Upon nobody asked me.
Okay, that's fair.
Did ask you, and then
Alright,
you said,
let's do
"Where's the
this."
leader?"
I must return. Have no fear. Damodar will not find you.
Is he
Can
like
we come
antisocial?
with you?
Can you come with
Can we
me?
come with you?
No,
Can we-
of course you cannot.
I forgot what your name was.
I
but
mean,
thank
if you
very
tell me
much.
I
the
think maybe we
direction-
should go back and see the giants again before we move on.
Yeah.
Mm,
You
How
guys
yeah.
you're
are-
going to get out of here, I have no idea.
Help
I can-
us! Be
Help us,
helpful!
yeah, actually,
No, don't help us.
Can you at least like tell us a good way to go?
Roll persuasion.
Any
Okay.
kind of assistance
that
would be
im-
so swell.
Okay, I got this, guys. I got this.
Let me help you.
Boom.
Someone's helped, so someone has advantage.
Okay,
I don't
so
think it's me. Is it anyone
okay.
helping me, or are they just helping?
I'm helping Wingsong.
I got 21.
Well. I mean, I suppose I could help a little bit. Obviously, your way out has been trapped. And getting through that
Oh, shit.
stretches up to the massive ceiling height of the cavern through the hole. Is going to be near impossible. Holds out the hand. Slight glow comes to it. Opens it up. Seems to be a green emission orb. Develops within the palm of the hand. Similar to a pearl. A little bit opaque. Slightly glows. When you are ready, Wingsong, have your friends hold your shoulder, your hands, whatever they want to touch. And then just think about
Yeah.
where you would like to go.
Oh, cool. Do I
Wait.
get to keep this?
Hmm?
Do I get to keep this? Just like a little
Yeah.
doodad now?
No,
No.
when you think about where you want to go, just be aware that it will probably take you back to Bonsack.
Oh. Just like if I think about
Wait.
going to use the bathroom, it's gonna take me back to the
You
bathroom.
gotta
and
focus,
back.
Wingsong. You gotta focus.
But can I?
Focusing.
We need to check on Wolfsing before we go.
I think he's dead, honestly.
I
don't
want
think we
to
have
know.
to.
I can just.
Well,
How-
I mean, if you got a way out to go find him, help yourself.
I mean,
How high
I
is this
can-
cavern?
How high is
I'm
the
going.
cavern?
I'm riding.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and open that real quick. I forgot.
I grab Wingsong's tail. I'm riding you. Let's do it.
Ow!
I don't know yet.
Ow!
But can I leave yet? I heard there were. I thought someone
Your
said they
accent
saw
is
more
getting really
stuff in the back.
thick, Wingsong.
It averages about 240 feet.
Oh shit.
Okay, yeah, no, we are not getting the fuck. Okay, so
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. The
I
whole
can
thing
get
about the
that,
orb,
yeah.
you're having a sense of it's a little bit like probably point yourself to somewhere either familiar, right, or somewhere that you need to go based on how much influence of emotion that you're driving to it. Seems to be a little bit powerful, and you're getting an idea that like, hey, maybe I shouldn't give this to you because you could probably die if you don't use this properly. But hey, I trust you. That's what you get.
Can you just like give me a quick summary again? Because I'm writing it down so I don't forget. or you can just like send me something about
It just
or really
teleports us to where we
anything.
want to go. Once.
It's just
It's
a
just a
small
quick
orb.
drop.
It seems to be a small
Oh.
orb that might be connected
We're-
to.
We're gonna use it back to go to Monsac.
Oh,
It-
is it like a one-time use?
It's a one-time use object and seems to be connected and relating to the arcane, even 5th edition rules. This seems to be connected to some past place that not you have gone, but this figure has gone. And one of the past
Okay.
places that you've both have gone is Monsag. And so
Gotcha.
is relating that might be the safest option that you should do.
I vote.
Probably will take you
Okay,
back.
I was worried that I was gonna have to hold on to this and constantly not think about places to go. And I was like,
Yeah, well, like that's the
I
thing.
can't
Like
do
if you're,
that.
yeah, so if you're like focusing on it, right, and you're thinking about, I want to go here. Has this figure gone there before at that exact place? That could cause some problems, right?
Okay, I'm gonna grab it, but I'm gonna put it like I'm gonna wrap it up so I don't touch it, and it's just hanging out in like a
Okay.
not in a bag or something, not touching me.
I let go.
And not gonna think about it.
Do we
Can
want to check
I-
on our...
Is Felgame the name?
That's the name of the place where the gnomes were that
The-
she did.
yeah,
No,
well.
oh, okay, yeah. I typed it down wrong. I
Yeah.
wrote it
So
down wrong.
Isle of the Blessed is where Felgam is located. Explained it to be almost like a school, like a wizard school or a study place. And this is where gnomes, and they came from their previous inhabitants was a small town, Salon. And they themselves, drawn to the Isle, made kind of a home there, and then built this school, and then discovered that there was properties there, right? There was actual things, and they began their studies with that. And they built this thing called a Will of Nine Realms that allowed them to communicate or interact with this something that they referred to as the Old One.
And just to clarify or reaffirm, this is going to be put after the session. In
Yeah, I'm gonna do a write up for it. So
Thank you.
obviously I can't
I'm playing
have.
catch up.
Yeah, there's based on questions, right? You could ask any question, right, in existence. So having something prepped and write up a little bit, it could be, depending on what you ask, it could be like way out there. It could be very specific. So I don't want to have anything pre-wrote in case you asked something very interesting.
Something, and it just becomes pointless to have it.
Yeah.
Why is
We are
why is
dead.
Disco dead?
Why is Disco dead?
Can I get a bunch of dragon scales real quick?
Yeah, so we'll
I did some harvesting.
we'll go into
You're over there talking to him. We've been
to
harvesting
looting.
this
So
whole time.
as checks the watch, goes through a portal, kind of clenches the core staff, taps into the ice on the ground as it does, begins to slightly glow. The staff does, and this green emanating portal begins to emerge behind. And you see a small hand come out from the room. Well, goodbye, chosen ones. Good luck.
Right, the leader.
Yep.
What was
Is
his name
it-
again?
Is he somewhere warm?
Well, disappears
Oh
through the
my
portal.
god.
I don't think I'm a chosen one because he named every one of you except me. I don't think I'm a chosen one.
Yeah,
I
Wow,
was
that's
a
messed
test.
up.
Didn't mention me either.
Yeah,
That's why I hate you all.
You know what I realized is the only reason why I'm a chosen one is because Naira dragged me into here. Thanks a lot.
I chose you, and
This
it
is my
probably
dragon.
was
Go away.
fate.
Go away. This is my dragon.
What is going on?
I'm just
what
on
did I
this
miss?
side. Don't worry about it. You can
No,
have.
Get out of here. Nope.
Why are we fighting over the
I
dragon?
promised
was thinking,
the rock I would give it some blood.
I didn't get to know what a leader is. You don't get my
Pat-
dragon. Leave.
Pass. Come on, be nice. Actually, you know what? I could make a friendship staff with dragon scales for you.
Nope. I don't need it. I don't want it.
So what do you want? Why do you say it's your dragon?
'Cause it's mine.
Because he's bitter and petty.
I'm extremely upset with all of you. Go
That's
away.
fair.
What are you upset
I'm
about?
sorry.
We'll
Nope,
look for your
nope.
leader.
Get out of here. I'm not talking to you. I'm busy trying to find a dragon heart. I don't know the dragon
Alright.
Have
anatomy
you
at
tried
all.
going toward the center and then up?
Yeah, I found something I thought was, but it turns out it's just like a kidney.
You gotta watch out. Don't go too low, because that's all intestine, and that's gonna be a
Yeah,
bad
you might
time
want
for
to
you.
go up then. But now you want to go get some gold and gems if Pat's gonna hog this dragon.
I mean, no, but I did take blood last time. I am gonna try to take some. I'm gonna try to get some things out of this face before we
You
go.
can take my blood as well.
I
broken
could
my
take.
heart.
I'm not opposed to taking.
Okay.
but-
So so taking parts. So
I'm not opposed to taking Pez's blood.
It's like
it's getting
like a
real
cool,
weird
weird
right now.
thing.
That's what I was
It's
waiting
getting
for. I was
really
like, I'm not
weird.
opposed
I'm
to
gonna
it.
take
but-
some Pez's blood.
It felt like an
Sounds about right.
offer.
Felt-
Just saying.
It's like
That's the offer. Passes blood instead of
We
dragon's
all
blood.
seem to be dealing in blood.
An
Now it's
extension.
like could be a currency at some point. Is all I'm saying.
Okay, so
What the
Um,
did I join into?
yeah, I know, right? So dragon parts, like how does that work based on like crafting and other things? So there are particular parts that you can get from the dragon: dragon talon, dragon teeth, dragon's blood, and then dragon hide. Dragon hide encompasses scales, right? So if you're looking to make like a dragon scale mail, you would need dragon hide. If you were looking to make like a helmet, like an actual helmet out of that, you can get the hide. You can get some of the other parts and whatnot. In the actual document, it's probably still somewhere in lore. I can always repost it. There's actually a kind of a crafting guide that I once made, and it's still current. And in there, it kind of talks about like dragon armor being something that's a little bit universal that could be attached to not just like a scale mail, but also other types of armor as well. So you're not held...
I think you mentioned that with the Remoras when we were doing that.
Yeah, so it's similar in a sense that you can start attaching some of these parts to maybe get benefits to the armor. I try not to go too far into creating like a guide because they get super detailed and then no one remembers and we're kind of going around trying to figure out how to do it. So just know that dragon hide itself can be used as like a cloak. So even if you harvest just like one dragon hide, you can turn that into a cloak, and then you get advantage on frightful presence checks, and that's against all dragons. You can make a dragon helm out of dragon hide, teeth, and talon, and from that you can actually get an AC boost as well as advantage in frightful presence. And then the dragon armor, similar to making a dragon scale mail. For that you would need to have like a base armor to work with, and then hide, talon, and teeth. This particular dragon, go for it.
I was just gonna clarify. So helm is. Could you repeat what happened? I remember what you said. It needs hide, talon, and teeth.
Yeah. So the helm needs 1 dragon hide, 5 dragon teeth, and 2 dragon talons.
And then from that you can. I heard boost AC and frightful presence.
Yeah. So it's going to give you +1 armor class, and then it's going to give advantage in frightful presence checks.
Yeah. So I'm aiming. I know that's what I'm aiming to make is a helm.
Okay.
You gotta
Or to
fight
gain
me.
to get the stuff for,
Yeah.
and then
It
bother.
is
go get
going
make it.
to require, it's going to require a check. So if you don't have a successful check on the DC,
Yeah.
those will be forfeit. You'll ruin those materials. So
You gotta fight
No.
me for.
Wait,
You gotta
wait.
fight me for the teeth.
Wait, hold on. Why don't we get most of these parts? I'll help you, Naira. Get
Thank
these
you.
parts.
Get
away
and
from my
I'll
dragon!
assemble the helm for you, right? Because I was gonna make you dwarven armor anyways, try to fit it to you. So might as well just add the helm, right?
Deal.
I will
Okay.
send you to where this
Deal.
dragon is. Step away.
I respect you. I hear you.
Paz,
I
what if
am
I
gonna
make you
keep
something?
trying.
What if I make you something, Paz?
So I have
No.
help.
Dragon hide?
Oh, unless you're gonna make me a device that tells me where my leader is, because I have
Wait.
the option right there. But I was like, no, we're not going to. We're gonna ask a question and answer I already knew the answers to. I am not gonna let you do anything. Go away.
But
Paz
you
is a
want
master of
something?
negotiation.
I assume. What was it?
Yes, I want to know where my leader is.
Can I just get some dragon's hide?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Again, so I do want to state that if you're harvesting, it's going to be a survival check. To get a successful harvest, there's a DC based.
I
on-
will gladly help. So.
Okay. So you can roll a
Alright,
survival
I'm
check with
getting help.
advantage to get
Does
those
anyone
materials.
want guidance?
I want guidance, please, please,
Yeah,
please.
You would need guidance with it.
While they were talking and asking questions, I was gonna try and gather at least 8 teeth.
Okay.
I mean, I'll take the guidance and the advantage.
Guidance and
Gladly.
advantage from Gilga,
Well, now
please.
you're
and
gonna have to
thank you.
make your rolls separately. We have to make them one at a time then, because
Okay.
guidance only can be applied once at a time.
True.
So first one's going to Nair.
Yes. And I'm getting help from Gilga.
Yes.
That was the first one here that I was doing.
There you go.
Oh, pass.
Well, you guys were all talking. I was in here literally harvesting
Alright.
dragon parts.
What? Are...
That's true.
And like while you guys were talking, I did go over and I started
Yeah.
helping
you mind if we get the first go around here?
No,
Well, I've
you
already
had it
cast
first
guidance
go.
on Naira, so.
Oh, okay.
That's
Well,
fine.
you'll
You
get
guys,
guidance
I don't
back.
That's
care.
what happens when you're rude, Pass. You know.
I don't care.
The cleric
we
decides
were
to give it to someone else.
we were over this dragon the whole time you guys were talking over there. It was just
That
shouting
is
inside
that
the
is
dragon.
true.
Even
I
though
just want first dibs at the rolls.
even
go-
though
go
Varys
ahead,
is not with us, he's actually told. I gave him the loot already from this dragon, so he gets to see what he right, because he can't
Yeah,
be here,
go for it.
right? See what he's interested
Yeah.
in, and then he also informed me of the parts that he's going to take. So I do want to also emphasize that a dragon this size, being an adult like this, you could easily recover 600 dragon hide at about 15 pounds each. You can cover 40 dragon teeth, 20 talons. So there's a lot of parts to take off of this particular dragon. The weight is the concern. It's not necessarily how much there is to take. It is the weight of the parts that will be the problem.
Yeah.
But Naira, you're like strong as fuck, so you can carry a lot of things, can't you?
I'm trying to
How
carry a lot. I also feel
how
like we
much is the,
promised we'd bring the head back, but that might be wrong.
Yeah, what's
Just,
up?
You know, get like a little file.
How
Did
much
we-
how
Did
much
we
hide do
promise
I
to have that?
I feel like we
Oh, sorry. What were we gonna say, James?
how much hide do I need for the cloak?
So the cloak only takes one piece of hide.
Okay. That's all I need to know.
It's high stakes.
600 there. Just needs one.
I will take 2.
I'm
No.
a sorcerer, so I literally need nothing besides a cloak because I can't use armor.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
can you not? Really?
Alright.
I'm not allowed unless I multi-class or I take a feature, I cannot use armor.
Did
So
not use armor?
as a bard,
see.
yes, you can use medium, I do believe.
Dude, I can I can only use light and shields for some
No,
reason.
like, yeah.
Oh, I can use
Oh.
shields. I don't know why.
I mean, you take it,
Some
it's free AC.
Yeah, but like I need to play a flute in one hand.
Oh
and a sword in the
my
other.
god!
Wow.
What the
That's
fuck
crazy.
was that? What the fuck was that?
That's
Then
crazy.
roll your D4 too.
I mean,
I-
is there even a point at
You have
this?
guidance.
Can
Yeah,
I
yeah.
You're
please
butchering.
have one? There's 600. Can I please have one last shot at that? Ah, no, wait.
No,
Well,
but
no,
I think we're going to ruin it. We just ruined
She's
what
not
I
the
was
She
guidance.
ruined. So how much are you attempting to take?
I was only attempting to take 1.
Okay, so you through that process of trying to take one of them, you have ruined that piece of hide that you're working with.
Can I There's 600 and something. Can I please try again?
Yeah, you can try it. There's 600 pieces of hide here. So yeah, you can try it.
That was insane. That was 2 3s.
This dragon is
Alright.
massive. It's 70 feet long.
It's hard.
It's
Can I,
insane.
can I take
It's
my roll
challenging.
and push it and
Tail.
get it done?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes. Whoever
Yeah.
wants to have dragon
You're not gonna be
parts,
able to
go ahead and
beat
take
2
your
3s,
roll.
but-
Do you want guidance?
Take your roll and then just let me know.
Doesn't
Doesn't
need
need
it.
it. Doesn't need it.
Yay!
Shoots like fucking Gordon Ramsay just carving up this dragon.
All right.
And it's just,
So can you
know
take
that-
one for me?
the whole thing was it's just while I was there helping Paz, I just like he like carved into it. I was just like, oh, it just took like a little strip off of its back from the area that he opened up, and it just like came right off. It's like,
Under
Okay.
the assumption you were helping me as well, then,
All
right?
right.
yeah,
So
I was helping.
so we'll
you.
start.
I'm
with,
out. Why is it only 3s?
We'll start with Suit here. So Suit, you're taking one piece of hide to make it into a cloak, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
Amazing hide.
there is no DC for the cloak, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put in that actual cloak into your inventory. So it's there to simulate that you do have that piece of hide. And then are you taking any other parts at all, talons or teeth?
I would just say that the rest of that roll is used to help Paz.
Okay.
I would no, because actually no, I'd probably take 2 hide because I want to see if I can't make like some kind of magical item out of the scales themselves, but that'd
Okay.
be about it.
All right, so I put in one of the so 2 dragon hides, one of which is now the cloak, and the other one's in your inventory. And you'll see that it's like a 15-pound piece slab that you've cut off and trimmed and neatly were able to extract from this dragon. Seems to be
And then
working.
Yeah.
How that works when you're in your cat form, I have no idea.
He has claws, so you can just go like.
the bag is normally either in the cart or with
Yeah.
Wing Song, but like in situations like this, the bag is like just kind of like resting on Soot's back,
Yeah.
like slightly tied around the front of his chest, or like right in front of his front legs, shoulder area, so it doesn't like move around and slide around.
I gotcha. So we'll go with Paz next. So Paz, 21 with the help, obviously getting some additional suit there. Suit didn't take that much stuff. So what are we taking, Paz?
I want 8 teeth and a hide. And the heart.
Hard.
You actually cannot. You cannot hold the dragon's heart. It's too heavy, too large.
Can I eat a piece
You
of
can
it?
take a piece of it and eat it if you
Yep.
want. It's fine.
Oh.
Get a little weird right now, but all right.
I said I was gonna eat him first, so now I
He
guess I
came
have to
from-
eat it. So I'm gonna
he
eat
came
him.
from a
Follow through
cult,
on that one.
Okay, he came from a cult. If he's not into eating hearts, then I
So
don't know
Paz,
who
you
is.
begin your extraction. You go towards near the upper regions, and then you kind of go down into the chest. You begin to
He's
carve through.
bloody.
Paz, you disappear into the dragon's body and search for the heart.
He's fucking bloody right now.
Yeah, I've been inside searching for it the entire time.
Is it? Do I have to roll just to pick up like a singular fang?
Yeah, so you need to do a survival check, and then depending on what they're doing, there's different DCs for that. But so Naira, you had an 8 and then 11, so you're
I'm genuinely so frustrated.
You're butchering
Well,
and
and then I
God, is
butchering.
that how heavy teeth are?
And then I rolled a D.
That's correct.
And then I got a 3, so that's.
I wanted like tiny teeth.
there's
my one
not,
question-
this dragon does not have tiny teeth.
My one,
It's not
my
like
one
a shark.
question though is
Huge.
it saying
I can't.
They're massive.
Naira, stop trying
I'm
to
gonna-
butcher this thing. What is
I'm-
wrong
I'm-
with you?
I'm taking half that amount.
sorry,
I'm
this
taking
is
half
not
that
my
amount.
skill set. I'm supposed to have. I want to clarify because I have plus. I'm supposed to be proficient in survival. I'm very clearly not. I'm supposed to have +5. Is the +2 +3 that +5 split up, or should it be saying +5?
No, it's split up for.
Okay.
No, it's
proficiency
+2
and
from your wisdom modifier and +3 from
Yeah.
your proficiency.
Wisdom and
Yeah.
proficiency. So
Okay, just checking.
yeah, so an 11,
Okay, so-
at 11 you can get a
Well,
high.
11, and then I rolled the guidance, so
Guidance.
it was a 14.
Okay, so
if that's
14.
helpful.
Okay, so we'll get
To me.
you. So you want to hide?
I want-
Yeah.
it's hold on, it was a hide. Whatever I need for the helm.
Okay, so you want to gather whatever you can get for the helm. Okay, gotcha.
So I think we'll like the same. So it's
You
like
want a
both
helm
of
as
them
well?
roll. Yes.
I don't think you have enough teeth because Paz took 8 teeth.
I'm only
He has
gonna
a
take
shit ton
4.
of
There's
teeth.
so
It's a
many
fucking
teeth in that dragon.
There's like 20
I
teeth,
just-
right?
I didn't realize how much they weighed, so I'm only grabbing
The
4.
teeth weigh an obscene amount. They weigh 20
And I'm
pounds
struggling with that.
each. They weigh 20 pounds each.
Dude, we're gonna be encumbered. All of us are gonna be
You
encumbered.
now
I
you are
only-
encumbered from that weight.
Thank
I
you.
only need
so-
like half of a tooth.
The question really is why is it that you're encumbered, right? When you just want to make a helm, well, you're not. You have to process those materials down, right?
Yeah.
So you're kind of hauling that stuff out, and then you got to process. You can do this on the spot. I mean, you can always try to rest you or something like that,
Where's-
or
Where's
you
Goga?
and you
There's
do
Goga.
have a teleport as well, so you can stay encumbered,
Right.
and
So
then teleport out and then do it
yeah.
back in Bonsag. It's totally
Yeah.
fine. So
Right.
all right, so we got the
Guys,
5 dragon teeth, and then I put in 2 of the talons, and then I put
Yeah.
in 1 of the hide.
Guys, it's really hard to do this. Okay,
Is
it's
it?
not like a chicken. It's very confusing.
Oh,
That
Cardi
about
River.
include a helmet for Throw thing too? I'm just checking. So you're just saying that's how much you grabbed for the things we said we wanted?
That's what I put into Naira's, and then Thothig, you're taking some as well.
Oh. Yeah, whatever our need for a helmet.
Put it into your inventory.
I got so many 3s. That's wild. Anyway, guys, I feel like we said we were gonna bring the frost giants. I feel like we said we were gonna bring the head back. Am I crazy?
You said that you were going to give the blood of the dragon. To
That
the
one I know. I
statue,
do. I don't know how pit stops work, but I did promise the statue blood.
But
But the head is for the king? I think we promised the king a
Oh,
head.
I
think
thought we
that-
said the head would go to the king. I thought.
I think that would make sense because he puts everything on ropes and hangs it.
Yeah, he's like big on. He's got like one shoulder with a skull, and the other shoulder doesn't have a skull.
He wants to put it on top of his head, maybe.
Why don't you cut it off with your sword? Just Lava
How are you
right there.
supposed to hang it on the wall?
Honestly, I think it'll look cool wherever he puts it.
Wherever he puts it, it's his skull. You know, if he wants
I
to put
don't
it on his
Oh.
shoulder, on his earth, or his mirror, then he
I'm
can
gonna-
put it. wherever.
I'm gonna wear the hybrid cloak, by the way. I'm gonna ditch my wolf pelt.
So he's
Okay.
gonna drag
Wait,
his stuff
my
over to
wolf-
the gold
did-
pile and see what's there.
I just get one of my wolf pelts.
But yeah.
I had a wolf pelt since the beginning.
Oh, okay, because I had an entire
yes, the
cart of
horde.
just pelts.
All right, so I put in the
Skating
cloak
is-
instead of the hide into your inventory.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you have that.
I forgot to mention that.
Oh no, it's totally cool. All right, so
Goga, come on
so
over.
anybody else taking stuff?
I decided
100%.
from the wing from the dragon. I guess is it possible to get like a small piece of the tooth? Because I don't need 20 pounds of tooth. I'm just wanting to make like a reed for my sham, and that's really small.
Like a pick or something.
Are you proficient with like wood carving or any sort
No,
of
what? No,
tool?
I have jack of all
Thank you
trades.
so much for
and that's
asking.
it.
No.
All right,
I'm
I need
I'm
you
really
to
smart.
make a dexterity check then.
Okay.
Just a moment,
Um,
just a moment before you do that.
Guidance.
Yeah.
So much
I mean,
guidance.
if you give it a moment,
There
like
you
when
go.
we get back, I got woodcarver's tools and can carve it for you.
Sure. I mean, as long as I can get it out there and ready to be made into a reed, that's fine with me, really.
I mean, you just bring the material and you show me what I
Ooh.
have to do with it.
You can
Kaz, are you
Mood.
feeling helpful
you
again?
can carry a tooth.
Screw you.
Okay.
No.
It's just
Have you
it's just
have you
that
calmed
20
yourself?
pounds.
You
Yeah.
Can I
Tooth is in the
can I
head.
like get a part of it, just not like the entire tooth, just enough for the reed?
All right, that sounds fine.
Because I don't
As
want
we
to
talked
carry
about,
20
like,
pounds for a
processing
tiny
emotions.
reed that's about this big.
Dude,
I mean, yeah, that's true.
I'm carrying 80 pounds for something even smaller.
Yeah.
Wait,
Well, no, like
Anaya,
a
you
re-
got
like a
everything,
reed-
right? To make
Like a
that?
reed is just like something
Yeah,
you
I'm ready
blow
for you to
through
do
and
that.
want to vibrate.
All right, it's in your inventory. You got 5 pounds of it.
Yeah, I'm lugging that shit.
Cool, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
What a great DM we got, guys.
All right, so is someone taking blood?
Yeah, well, I rolled for that last time, so I already have the blood. But
Okay.
I made my own little label, so if you wanted to put like a correct one,
Oh yeah. There you go. It's actually constitutes a potion, but obviously has no use or anything like that that you know of.
yeah, well,
Drink
that's
it.
not hard.
All right, so I put one of the vials that are in there into your inventory.
Oh no, I took 2 when we did because I literally was like, I want to keep one and I want to give one because I promised one.
Gotcha. All right, so it's at 2 now.
Okay, I'm sure it's there. I'm just trying to see it.
It's in consumables. It's like a potion, so it's not within like the loot.
Oh, okay.
I think we all want to do a dumpsters dive into this
Oh,
dead
okay, I see.
dragon.
Oh yeah,
horde.
Scrooge McDuck.
All right, so Gilga, are you taking anything from the dragon?
Is
I don't
Dragon
need
Madness
any.
a
It's
thing?
heavy.
Dragon
Guys.
Madness.
Guys, I just wanted to check in really quick. Is Dragon Madness a thing?
I don't know. This is the
I-
first time finding a dragon.
Can
I
I
mean,
do a history check for Dragon Madness?
What is?
You want to do a
It's
history check
Dragon
of
Madness.
Dragon Madness?
It's
Yeah.
you know, it's kind of like midweek madness in the lottery where you just have
Can
riches
I
poured
can
on
I
you.
help her? Because I want to use kind of my own knowledge as well to help her with it. Because I'm like, what the fuck is dragon magic madness?
I mean,
18.
I was gonna give you guidance. You just want to roll instead
She
of.
doesn't need it.
check-
She got 18.
Is
I
there
probably still
is there such a thing as Dragon Madness? Is what you're asking.
Yeah, you take a penny, lose your sanity. Is there Dragon Madness?
There
We'll
is
find
not.
out.
There is not Dragon Madness.
Cool.
Ooh,
I'm gonna
you got
assume
it
that
right.
it was a period and there was no but at the end.
But there
But-
is.
But it
there
is cursed.
Every time I
so-
hear "but" now, I always think of the Bruno, that the Encanto. That's,
Oh yeah.
Lavina's been watching that movie like
It was our
nonstop.
wedding day.
But it was our wedding. Lavina says "but" perfectly. It's so great. Okay. Searching through the loot.
Dumping.
Dumpster diving through. Okay.
Dumpster diving through.
All of
Swimming.
us.
Yeah, no, there's no such thing as
Hey,
Dragon
Jeff.
Madness. What's wrong with
just-
you?
I just I feel like we grab stuff sometimes really quickly, and then it talks to us, and I just feel like it's not really our vibe to check first, but we should maybe consider instituting some kind
Talking
of check
things are
system.
normal things. If
If
I
you
learned
find-
anything,
Guys, I
If
think
you
we might
find
need
any diamonds in there, they're mine. Or bring them to me,
Okay.
I should say. And I'll look
No.
at I want to check them over.
what do we
I'll
have to
search.
roll?
I'll search for diamonds.
I'll search just for anything, honestly. Whatever's in there, I want the shiny stuff.
Is that
So
investigation?
we'll start with the gold first. So I usually lump currency all together. I don't try to divide unless it's very particular for silver, copper, and gold. I usually try to combine it and then I do it from loot tables and whatnot. So in total, there's 21,200 pieces of gold.
Shit.
Told
Do
you
they
those were
weigh?
shit ton of gold.
Okay.
Do they weigh? Do I have to worry about their weight?
Yeah, you do.
That much, yes, you do.
Yeah, do worry.
So 21,200 gold pieces. In addition
there-
to what's up?
I was gonna say that's roughly like 3,000 gold per person.
Yeah,
3,500.
once you divide it up, it's not.
That's 3,500 gold per person.
How much weight is that?
So-
35, 33.
No, there's 8 of us, right?
3,020.
7.
Seven.
So now,
Oh, you're right,
as
there's
far
one.
as the gems go, I try to do conversions for gems as well immediately on the spot. I don't want you to have to go through the loophole of having I gotta go sell this and get currency and deal with that. Can get a little time consuming. If you want specific gems out of there for like spell casting components, that's a different thing. So in here in total, the amount of gems and the value of those gems is roughly 36,000 gold pieces. That is the value of gems. From that value, if you're looking for 3 diamonds, there's easily 3 diamonds. There's about 6 diamonds that are in there. So if you find 3 diamonds out of that lot, you're actually going to reduce based on the value of them. They're different sizes and they're different rarities. So what are you looking for to cast Noctig?
I would like Revivify Diamonds, which is 300 gold.
300 gold. Okay. I think we
300
can.
gold diamonds.
Yeah. So I think we can make that happen. I don't think that's a problem. I think we can reduce it by 900, put it 35, 100 in total for gold there. If you
Okay.
sell off all the gems, and then you can pocket 3 diamonds. So there are 300 gold pieces in value for your material cost.
Okay.
I will add those to my inventory.
So that's
I can
So
do it for you too if you'd like.
56,300.
We're
So
kind of
we're-
millionaires now, right? With all
That's
the
Oh, wait,
gold.
how much-
monetary value.
Is
That's a
there
lot
gonna
of-
be like a magic shop somewhere?
That's a little over. That's a little over 8,000 gold per person.
Oh,
Holy.
Thank you.
So 8,000 gold, huh?
8,042 with a remainder of like 80 gold.
Yeah, I can't
No,
carry
no.
that.
Yeah,
Also,
8,042 gold with like a
Yeah, so
remainder
it's-
of like 8 silver.
So that's how much gold is in the pile. In addition to that, there are items that are listed, that kind of hoarded and basically put into it. There's a very interesting axe. This axe itself kind of resembles that of a battle axe. It seems to be either one-handed or versatile to two-handed. It has very interesting kind of markings that are covering over it. The markings themselves seem to resemble kind of an old language.
GM, I deleted myself off
Oh.
the map.
Oh no, he's gone. You can always drag yourself
Hey, Rick,
onto
bye.
the map.
I can't. Oh, I can't. Okay. I
Wait,
hadn't figured it.
Why am I not playing my barbarian right now? A two-handed fucking great axe. Give it. Gimme.
Well,
Battle axe.
So it's
It's
a,
a
it's a,
battle
it's a
axe.
battle axe, and it has runes that are covered
Battle axe.
on the actual blade itself, and it seems to be from a very solid piece of metal. So the entire thing is metal, and it has a
Oh.
darker hue to the actual metal, and it's scarred and scratched, and seems like it's seen a lot of battle for many hundreds of years.
could I look at the axe, inspect it, and see if I, from the stories of old wars, would I recognize this as a historical item?
You can
Or
roll a
artifact.
history check or an arcane check.
Oh.
If you're looking for have seen magical properties potentially of this
no,
weapon,
roll yet.
or a history check. We could just say you have guidance.
Let's just assume
Yeah.
guidance.
Everyone
Yeah,
has
just-
guidance.
It
And
pops up a little automatic.
we're
thing.
just gonna
You get
assume it.
guidance,
We're
and you
assuming
get guidance.
Oh,
That's funny. Wow,
Hey.
that's
I'm gonna roll my guidance just
extremely-
to add more to it anyway.
extremely
Just-
Might as
impressive.
well. Might as well.
Spend another four.
maximum
Hey,
guidance.
I know everything about this.
You're like,
thing.
oh
I
my
know.
god,
like,
this guy.
Everything. All right, so I'm gonna get into some deep history here. Deep. Okay.
Hell yeah.
The deep lore.
The deep
Brace
lore.
yourselves, he's going deep.
All right, so before
33
the
guys.
Talthars reigned over Arthuria, right? There was previous kingdoms that inhabited Arthuria, and they were kind of in conflict with each other. One of these kingdoms that was actually conquered by the Talthars before all others was referred to as the Kingdom of Sular, reigned over by King Yoren Sular. And the territories and the regions from the history text that it kind of notes to is Frosthorn, Ismar, and part of Olara. Olara is referred to the region of the Gorn and the Crystal Desert before the separation. So it kind of controlled, the kingdom kind of controlled like the northern half of Arthuria. Now, the lands of the Frosthorn aren't exactly great. Neither are the northern territories of Ismar, but the Gorn and much of Ismar was profitable. King Yoren Sular was noted to have wielded this weapon. And this weapon itself seemed to have a thirst for blood that King Yoren would activate during combat. The mouth would froth, and the eyes would bleed blood, and the ferocity would become almost like a barbarian.
Guys, everything has bloodlust. Assume if it's a weapon, it wants us to kill things.
this is
The
a really dangerous weapon, everyone. Don't die by it.
Sular kingdom is well known, especially to the dwarfs, as being the reason why the dwarfs could not inhabit other places of mountains. That's why they're kind of stuck within the Frosthorn. And there was direct conflicts between the dwarven clans and the kingdom of Sular for centuries.
Guys, this is a very important historical object. I mean, like I've read about this many times along my adventures, along in my schooling, even in my tribe has heard of this. Well, me, I was the part of the tribe that heard about this. They didn't really know because I was the educated guy. But other than that, this is an important, ages-old historical weapon. It is able to obviously, make you bloodlusty like the typical weapon does.
Was this that?
Again, is it typical
I
or is
think
it our luck?
I think I remember you telling me the story about this at one point.
Yeah. This
King
is a.
Yoren
Did you write a
Solas?
song about this? Didn't you have one of those songs?
Oh no,
No, this
Was
one
that-
was
no, I didn't write a song
That's
about
fine.
this one. I really should have, but so far I've not been having a lot of success with my music. So, like honestly, I could try. You want me to try? I can make
think
one right
so.
now.
think
Okay,
you
I'll
should
I'd,
try.
probably write it.
I'd appreciate if you didn't.
Wings
Thank you, sir.
I would like to hear
Ah,
it.
No, there
I
are
would
many
not.
There are many dwarves that fell to this act.
I personally would like to hear the singing history of it.
I will be
It's-
honest. There is a bit of a dark
Dwarves
history to this
curse
weapon.
the name of this axe and the name of the man who held it.
Well, I think the dwarf should
There
get over
is-
it eventually.
No, but there still is a bit of insensitivity.
Tell dwarf to get over something.
I mean, we fought a bunch of gray people because they can't leave a mountain. This weapon is related to that.
Exactly.
This weapon prevented the dwarves from expanding into the other mountains. They could only stay on Frosthorn. They were limited because.
Well, that's
of the
why
man
they
who
don't like
wielded
the
this.
axe. That's why they were pissed off at him.
However, this weapon, this item, is a very powerful weapon.
How many
Probably
times
the
you said
same,
that now?
almost near amount of, probably a bit lesser than the Bane of Beritun, but similar level of strength. It is noted to be able to give you a sort of bloodlust, a sort of barbarian-like anger and frustration and abilities when wielding this weapon and activating its inner powers.
I'm
If
not
we
saying
don't
I want
want-
to take that weapon, but I'm gonna keep my eye on
You
it.
could change its story. You can change it and reclaim it for all of Dwarven kind.
Maybe.
There's nobody in this party
It
who
can-
uses such a weapon, and besides, Naira has her greatsword.
Yeah,
so there's no point
I'm not
giving her
touching
two
any more.
weapons.
I'm not touching any more bloodlusty things. I got
No,
one.
I can use a weapon like that. I have three.
It can be instead of the great war axe of Sular, it could be the great war axe of Thuthig.
I mean, I could use it.
Shut up.
He could get some real momentum on
I
that
really
if he,
can.
if he
Actually, I
spins
guess-
first.
Alright. Hand it over. If not for anything else, but to know where it is. So I'll take.
It would be
Thuthig
able
will
to
take the
prevent
axe.
further
Gilga
damage.
said he wanted to learn how to use bloodlusty weapons.
Honestly, whichever one of you wants to use it, it's a really good fucking weapon.
All right, so
Well, since I gave my weapon to Thrym, I kind of need a new.
He does kind of need a weapon.
It's true. We did lose it in a
you're taking
drinking.
it. Nothing.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So you, for identification, I don't try to hide. There's not really a good way to do that. So I put it in. You don't necessarily know the properties of this weapon yet. So definitely try not to meta as if you look at it and whatnot. There's something that happens when you hold the axe, when you grab it out. It seems to kind of like the runes slightly aglow. And there seems to be a request. And that request is to spill your blood upon the axe. And it's almost like there's a multitude of hundreds of voices whispering to you. And they are of different variety of the voices. And it seems to be past ancestors of the Sular kingdom.
Ooh, and they all say bleed on me. Ooh,
Maybe it's our kink.
it is.
And they're all screaming in my head for me to do this
They're not
right
screaming. No, it's not. It
Okay.
doesn't feel very
whispering.
commanding. You don't have to do a save or anything. It's like a whisper that they're there when you're
A
holding it.
peer
They're,
pressure
they're almost like
situation.
cut yourself upon the blade, spill blood on it. It will give you
We
strength.
hear
Things
this?
like that. No one else
Bleed on
hears.
it. You'll like it.
And it
Shut
resembles similar magic to that weapon that the Grey Dwarfs carried as well. But it's less of that. It's more less maybe like psychic, more of like what's the term? Divine.
Mm. Okay.
Does anybody have like some kind of way of carrying all this? Because I don't think anybody can carry this much gold.
Honestly, guys, I can't really carry that much. I'm a pretty weak dude.
Gold doesn't
Gilga,
concern me.
Gilga.
Yeah?
Can you make this helm happen?
I mean, right now it's gonna take a little bit of time, you know?
We're stuck in a cave with a teleport button.
Yeah, but I
Okay.
don't want to stay in here while he makes it for so long. It's
Hold
cold.
on, let me
ice-
see.
we can
Before you
ice skate.
criticize me, let me see. Okay, so I'm gonna,
That's what
I'm
it
gonna-
took. Is if I make
I'm
like
I'm gonna
this
look
gonna
at the
take
helm
forever.
and just see. Okay, so what tools do I need? How long do you think it will take, etc. So, do I need to roll like?
I do
intelligence
not. I
check?
do not put a time limit on crafting. I think that kind of adds a little bit of oh, we got to wait here for this thing to craft. There is a flat. It's just a flat DC, and you can use your smith tools for it.
Can I assist? And can he have guidance?
Of course, you can have guidance.
Well, I'm not sure how you can assist me. Just hold on to
Got
the
this.
hold on
Got
to
this.
the bones, all right, as I'm smashing it, and
Yeah.
I
don't
do, like-
move your hand.
Like
All right.
heavy lifting. I can do heavy lifting.
Okay.
I can cheer him on. I'll yell over to him and say, "Yeah, go you! Please get this out of here." I won't give him bardic inspiration. Just
And I will use Kolvig's
Please go back.
hammer to make the changes.
I like how
So-
many guidances are being stacked right now. Without being...
That's I like casting it. I like little
It's so
effects, too.
funny. It's so funny. All right, go ahead and give me the roll.
Use Kolvig's hammer for this, right? Since
Yeah,
it's smithing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. That's all I need to hear. Not one.
Wow.
Wait,
But it's still a 21.
It's still
Wait.
21.
he still
But-
gets an advantage though, doesn't
Yeah, I
he?
get advantage.
Yeah, you have
but
advantage. Roll
I didn't
again,
think
just
I
for
needed it because
Just for
I
fun.
had a plus 20.
Roll it.
Fuck me. He's
Roll it
just
now.
so good.
You
He can
literally-
fuck-
That's so funny. Oh my god. Okay,
God.
so I do want to state when you're crafting things or you're doing something in downtime like this, even if you roll a nat 1, it's not an automatic failure. So there really isn't a nat 1, nat 20 level in the DMG. So I will give you the benefit of the doubt because you do have a significant thing. And we're just messing around. You got the hammer.
I
But
don't know.
two
if
nat
there's no
ones.
way.
Can we have a consequence that happens? Like I actually
Yeah, you
hit
hit your
Naira's
thumb.
Really crappy.
or I actually hit myself, or like how it's supposed to manipulate the shape.
I like
of
okay.
the helm.
So you want
You
okay?
hit
So
Nair's thumb and she drops a key on your
Let's have
foot.
something happen just for shits and giggles.
all right. So Naira, I need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Fucking heat metal just activates. Just burn the shit out of her
So
thumb.
many checks of guidance being used. Attack.
You shouldn't have guidance. I cast it on someone else.
All right,
Yeah.
Gilguy needs you to roll a d10.
Shit.
Look, I
Let's
swear to
go.
God.
There's
Watch
a lot of
this-
stuff
watch
going
this-
on.
If you-
with this.
Watch is this the one time he doesn't roll a 1.
Yeah. Yup. 10.
All right.
Whatever dice you have that are digital, throw them away.
So you see, as you come through with the hammer smacking, he kind of slips out. You come right into the right knee of Naira, smashing through and swing the legs
Ow!
out on the ice. Naira, you smack down onto the ground with a large crash. Some of the
Ow!
ice cracks.
Ow.
Oh God, are you
Okay.
okay?
No.
Oh
Switch-
shit! Oh
Did
shit!
you- Hit the helm to be, not me.
I mean, I
I
wasn't
don't-
even swinging that hard.
I'm
You
gonna
know-
be honest, the aiming, since we've gotten into this ice cave, save one magic missile. Aiming, awful. We're taking you to a range. The second we're anywhere that has ranges, we're taking you to one and you're practicing.
I practiced before. Do you remember before?
You-
It wasn't like this.
You need glasses? Like, the hand-eye coordination on you is wild.
He might break them when making them, so don't.
So is there anything else we find in the gold pile, or was that it?
There's more.
There's more.
Yeah, we
wanna
haven't
see
we haven't
more.
gone through it all.
Is this...
How is complete?
Can
I'm
we do
assuming,
it? Is it a
right?
hell?
Yeah, so we'll have it be complete after we do the looting here. So the next piece is a piece of chainmail. This chainmail looks to be a little bit more exquisite. It seems to be like some of the links themselves have been put together with more elegant quality to them, and some of the leather wrappings and the reinforcement of the buckles as they strap around suggest that this was worn by a slender and petite figure. And it seems to be almost kind of hugged in with some of the reinforcement of the armor, and then patched as well. It seems to be repaired multiple times. Some of the links are kind of multicolored in a way from the different materials that were used on this particular piece of armor. The next thing is a leather armor. This leather armor itself seems to have some improvements made to it in terms of its buckling and straps. Just a little bit looks like more premium leather, maybe some creature, like actual parts that have been attached to it in a way. Not necessarily hide armor, it's still leather armor. There's now a medallion. This medallion itself has kind of a spherical blue orb in the center of it. It's very tiny, it's not very large, and it's held by a gold chain as it comes around from one of the actual latches that can close and open it.
Can I pick up the amulet and then try to do a check on it? I guess Arcana?
If you want, guys, I can detect if there's any magic around on any of these items. Just make sure no
You know what?
spooky bookies, no
I
curses.
advocated for us to check before we touch things, and I think this is a very good moment for that.
Honestly, no curses, please. No whammies.
Okay.
No.
What
Guidance.
Soot will do is
Oh,
Soot
I have
will
detect
use
magic.
Soot will use Mage Hand to grab like all the items and set them into like a small pile. So
Like,
that way you
hold
can
them-
just
Hold them up for me so I can
well, no, like,
inspect them.
he'll set them into like a pile so you can just look at them individually with detect
Yeah.
magic.
Okay.
Set up an inspection thing. I can inspect all of them with my detect magic and with my brain.
Okay.
Well, I mean, they'll be magical.
Yeah, so
So-
detect magic, taking the time to ritualize it, or just fresh casting it. It does appear to be that the items that are in this pile are magical.
Is the amulet magical? I can also detect what school of magic it is.
The medallion is magical, and it does appear to pertain to some sort of divination magic.
I pick up
Um,
the amulet.
Can I look at the amulet and just analyze it if I recognize it? Of course, any item that I see that looks interesting, I'm going to analyze it for any historical knowledge.
So
Yeah. What is?
if
what's
you're
up with
attempting
it?
to identify items, like you're trying to figure out the magical properties of the item, it's either going to be an arcane or a history check. If you're looking at the history of what it looks like versus, maybe some of the gems or crystals in it might pertain to some magical thing, right? That would be an arcane or history. I am going to go through the items now, though, as we go, right? I just want to make sure we get the list out so we all know they're there. So the leather armor is there. You have the medallion. There's also a very almost like a Erlenmeyer flask vial, so it's kind of bulbous at the bottom as it comes up to the top. It's corked with a stopper, has some sort of yellow liquid in it that has kind of like a fog mist thing that's kind of moving around inside of it. There's also a very exquisite scimitar. Its wrapping itself seems to have leather that comes around, mixture of gold flake that's attached, very intricate pommel, and then the blade itself curves around and has a beautiful folio that's in there. There is a spell scroll. The scroll is written, it looks like in common. Seems to be some magical runes that are attached to it, and it's not necessary to roll anything for it. It is a fireball scroll. Now there is a wand. This wand appears to be made of pure gold as it extends upwards roughly a foot and a half to 2 feet. There are these little bulbous orbs that extend from it, and particularly near the top, and they are on almost like little sticks of gold as they come and extend outwards, similar to like a morning star, and then the bulbous things are all around it.
This is a wand, you said? What was
It's
it?
a wand.
It's a wand.
Oh, I want to touch things. Is
Don't
that the
touch
list?
them yet,
Uh,
Naira.
well,
This
I
is
want to touch
don't
things.
touch them.
Yeah, as I said, Soot is using Mage Hand to grab all of these and kind of like set them into a pile so that way Wingsong can look at them, figure out what they all are, like what all of their, like not the magical effects, but like what school of magic is pertain to them.
Yeah.
And then if he wants to look at them for like historical value, then he can do that.
Yeah, so
I'm useful, guys.
the armor does not appear to have a particular school of magic associated with them. It seems to be more of like an enchantment, something that's casted onto them, imbue them with extra properties of protection. The medallion itself has divination. The potion appears to be transmutation. Magic that it's giving to the scimitar just appears to be well crafted with an enchantment that's put onto it. There is the spell scroll, which obviously is evocation. And then we come to the wand. The wand has all types of magic.
So do I get like a
embedded
little headache when I look at it from all like the inputs of all the
It's a
all these
lot.
stimuli?
It's a lot of magic.
Whoa. Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
I want to
That
touch it.
one there. Whoa. Shit. Lot of brain power going into that one. Shit. Which one do you guys want me to look at first? What interests you the most? 'Cause I know what interests me the most. But what do you guys
What
want to look
interests
at?
you the most?
The wand and the medallion and the
Yeah,
what's the
I
other
wanna-
thing?
Well, why don't
I
we
wanna
save the
look at
best for
the
last?
potion
So
and the medallion.
Yeah.
I'm really
Honestly,
interested
I
in.
don't want to look at the one for too long first, because if I get the headache, I'm not gonna be able to do my job well for all the other stuff. So let's go through all the easy stuff, get them out of the way, and then go to the hard thing.
Gotcha. I'm gonna pick up the medallion.
Okay.
Please tell me she didn't just get cursed.
She just the entire party gets teleported again.
ah shit.
17.
So 17, this medallion is usually held by magistrates or high magi at court.
You said it was divination, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Naira, do you have any idea?
With the 12 arcane
I have-
check, the crystal that's inside of it is commonly the same material used in scrying orbs.
I
Wait, so
try to look through it.
Doesn't necessarily mean it does scrying, it just means it's the same material.
Yes. I just hold it up and I just try to look through it like it's like a glass.
Yeah, so it almost resembles that of like a watch, right? You kind of have to flick it open and then there's a little thing.
Maybe
I
it's
flip
kind
it
of
open.
like it tells them the
Bing.
time, like a pocket watch.
beep, beep, beep.
Go poke the center and see if some information
Boop,
comes up.
Boop, boop, beep, beep. Just touching, just
Just give it a nice, with your hands. Anything happen? Do I sense anything
Bullshit.
that goes on with her with my detect magic?
No.
No. Okay.
Weird.
Put it,
I'm gonna put it on.
maybe.
Put it on.
She knows the universe. this is
Just-
this is worn normally by head people, like the old man that we saw. Did he actually
Right.
have one?
He had something
Did he have like
watch-wise
did he
that
have
kept
the
popping
amulet on
open and
kind of
stuff.
thing?
Nothing seems to happen when you put it on. You feel as if you might need to take a long rest with this item.
I'm gonna
Need to-
keep it.
Need
I'm gonna
to
tuck it
maybe-
away.
You feel a little sleepy. Okay.
I'm gonna tuck it. I am tired. I got bashed in the knee
Okay,
by
let's
our
go
excellent
with,
marksman over there.
Let's go with the chainmail, the enchanted chainmail. I'll look at that. Look interesting. Boom bada. Fucking bing. I'm rolling pretty okay, guys. Not the best, but okay.
There doesn't seem to be any history related to this item that you are
It's
aware of.
just fancy. What about I'm looking back at the list every now and then. The improved leather armor. It looks used up, so it looks maybe like pretty. I'm so low. What they hate. Shit.
Is your check of 28? This seems to be based on history-wise going into, I would say, based on where you're familiar with and the check. This piece of armor is worn by a particular group of rangers that do not exist anymore. They used to be based out of the Gentlewood in Ismar.
Now, looking at the kind of improvements to it, can I do an Arcana check to check for the enchantment, possibly using
Yeah.
the School of Magic that I know for it? If
You
it
can
is-
try. If you'd like.
Always try 20.
All right, so the leather armor, and I'll pass it over to the chainmail. Both of those are +1s.
Okay, so
Just
it's just a
plus
little
ones.
improved.
Would I be able to, with previous knowledge of potion making and proficiency with medicine, herbalism kits, and everything, would I be able to take a look at the potion and figure out what it might do?
You
It is a
can. You can roll medicine
transmutation
check if you'd
potion.
like for that. If you have that.
It's
Paz,
probably-
shake it.
Watch
Could I-
is-
could I-
watch
could I
is
help
just
him
a
out?
polymorph potion.
Can I help him out with it?
I already
since
get
I
advantage on
can-
medicine checks, so
Oh, okay,
It
never
is
mind then.
transmutation.
You got this,
Oh,
dude.
how do I add the medallion? Or should I not add it until I can know what it
Oops.
does?
sorry, I forget. what the medicine-
I won't add it
Yeah,
in
advantage
until
button.
you take some time with it.
Gotcha.
19.
19. This is a potion of speed.
Oh, potion of speed.
Paz.
Give me this one that's
That's
speed
definitely a
for hands.
pass thing.
Paz is
Yeah.
already basically the Flash.
Yeah. Just make him the lightning bolt at that point.
I'm gonna put it back.
In the
Okay.
pile?
Wait, you don't want it?
It's not take it.
I'll take the potion of speed. Fuck that shit.
I mean,
I want my leader,
Um,
not a potion.
oh no,
I
I'm
would.
taking it purely for role playing. In case you
Well-
die, I need to run.
No, wait. Before we give it to our beloved chicken, can anyone else benefit from speed in a combat way?
Garrus
I
would definitely.
You
be-
can.
both Wingsong
kid.
and I can use feline agility to double our speed, so
yeah,
that would just
we go fast already.
Hot
Okay,
take
so-
is the,
I will
hot take is the
say-
slowest.
I will say
person
this:
here.
Paz rejected. Gilga stepped up to take it, so I will.
Yeah.
Gilgar, you for sure taking it.
Oh yeah.
Gilga, you have no use for it. You run away and you don't
I'm
hit.
giving it to Gilga, so it
Yeah.
goes in there.
Well, I
Okay.
want it.
I'm
You're very
going to.
bossy
think
for
it-
somebody who has,
Think about it
very
this
rude.
way. He can use the
Who has
quickness
what?
of his. He
and
can
very
use the-
rude.
I am sorry we took your question.
We can
No, you're
he
not.
can use it. To
I'm not
improve the
sorry,
quickness
but-
of his wit. Think about that.
I think after the fight that we just had, I think Gilga needs it.
He got. He,
After the fight we just had, I don't think Gilga deserves.
Gilga needs target practice.
We need to.
Gilga needs to go to a
improve
range.
You gotta bring your people up. Get lower them down.
I'm gonna
Okay,
know
Too
you.
late.
Our
Too
people.
late. I'm already sad.
All right,
I'm gonna
so
look-
there's
I'm gonna look at the scimitar.
the scimitar.
the scimitar.
I'm a French person, okay? I'm gonna say it how the French people say it.
Right.
19. So
The
this
French place
scimitar So there are a multitude of different orcish tribes in Ismar. There are 4 currently that are within the actual foothills of northern and south of Ismar. This particular scimitar was once used by a great tribal leader that was able to unite them into one unified clan tribe.
Cool.
This tribe itself had moved upon the great city of Aluda, where the Dwarven clans united themselves in a great war and conflict, and the orcs were defeated.
Okay.
The French
I'm gonna
also say
inspect-
cimetière, not whatever you said.
Got him.
Cimetière, is that how it is? supposed to be-
Cimetière.
Are you?
It is.
Is that really how
It
it's
is.
supposed to be said?
Yeah.
It
Wow.
is
I-
an
I hate
S
to
and
break him
S and a C when combined do make a soft sound. See, he is actually correcting me in an accurate way, but fuck you.
I'm aware. I know French.
It's a cimetière.
Wait, you do?
Yeah.
It's a cimetière.
Wait, parlez-vous français?
It's a cimetière of +3.
No, you can't lie to me, Paz, because I also can speak
Now,
pretty good French. So you
This
can.
particular item, after giving the loot list to Varys, had a very high opinion on this item. Would
I was
definitely
like,
like
saying,
it.
like a scimitar being a finesse weapon is definitely something that should go to Varys.
Yeah,
With
I
a
think he
13
can probably do the most
Arcana,
damage with
would I
it.
know any enchantment magic on it with its?
I
spirit
already
magic?
stated it's a +3.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Pay
sorry.
attention, Wing Song.
I am
Wow.
paying attention to everyone just talking right now.
So with Varys wanting the scimitar +3, is there any disagreement to having him have it?
He
No.
can stab all the shit he wants.
Have
If
it.
he wants to
Mm.
donate his
Donuts.
rapier to
Does he
me,
want
I'll
any
take
of the
it.
armor? Because
He
he almost died.
Well, he put his case in for the leather armor +1, based on his dexterity being extremely high.
Yeah.
So there is some
If
advantage
he wants-
there.
If he would be up to it, I can take his old rapier if he doesn't want it anymore. Kind of like as a.
There's no
trade.
way he's not done murdering with that.
He has a +3 scimitar.
Yeah, the scimitar +3 is gonna
Stop saying
completely
scimitar.
Wait, he can dual
Scimitar.
wield it, right? He can, like,
Scimitar,
dual
everyone.
wield-
Come on, get it right.
Scimitar.
Yeah.
He can dual wield it, right? They're both one-handed.
Well, I mean, technically he could, but
Scimitar is versatile.
he doesn't have the dual
Same.
wielder feat.
Well, he doesn't
Yeah.
have to have the feat to dual wield weapons.
Well,
though.
actually, yeah,
Badly. He could be bad at it.
You to do an offhand attack, the weapon has to have the light property for the
The-
offhand.
Unless you have
The,
the dual wheel fee, right?
He can have
So-
he can
What's
have
the-
the
Scimitar
the
has
rapier's one.
finesse and light. So
Oh, it is light.
It is light. But
Yeah.
given that, if no one wants to take the leather armor +1, I will put it into Varys' inventory because he did say.
I
he would
just
take
think
it.
he almost died, and if he feels strongly
Yeah.
about it and isn't here to campaign now, he could have the leather
Um,
armor and the scimitar.
Like I got a fancy ring, guys. You guys take all
Does
that you
Paz
want.
want
right
it?
now.
At some point, no. Well, they're also going through things. I'm gonna take the wand and I'm just gonna try and.
Oh my
Ugh.
god.
Ugh.
Please
Alright.
tell
Does
me.
it
he
work?
doesn't-
Is it working?
Go ahead and roll a D100.
Oh, it's one of the. Oh, I know exactly what it is.
It's a terrible time, is what it is.
It's a wand of power.
No, it's a wonderful
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, what the?
I'm gonna fucking cry right now if he just kills us all.
But I will say I'm aiming it in a northerly direction, not towards
Okay.
Cult
anyone
member's not that
particular
culty right now. He's not sacrificing us to the blood god.
yet.
All right. So
Yes.
you got an 11.
Yes.
Okay. You are stunned.
He
Seems
just grabs it.
In your mind, this euphoria overcomes you, and you feel like something amazing just happened. And you're staring at this euphoria of a landscape in front of you, and you're grabbing at the butterflies that are flying around.
To everybody else, he's just sitting there. He was shaking the wand one day. He just goes like this.
That's correct.
I'm
Okay.
gonna use Mage Hand to pull
Yeah.
the wand out of his hand and put it back in the pile.
Get that little shit
Okay.
away from that wand. He doesn't need to be touching that.
Who's taking the
You just-
scroll?
I will
Um,
grab the scroll if anyone else doesn't want it. If you guys want it,
Can
take
you
it.
use it?
I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fireball.
How does-
Fireball's in your school.
I think I can just, as anyone that is a spellcaster can just use a scroll.
And use a scroll.
Uh,
Yeah, it's a one-time use though. If you do that.
Yeah.
That
you-
that depends on the DM because rules is written. It has to be in your school for you to be able to use the scroll.
I will.
Oh.
I think I'll go ahead and allow the fireball because depending on your subclass and as a bard, you actually can get access to fireball.
I
So,
can I'm a lore bard, so I can have open access to many things.
I won't say that you have probably access to every spell scroll
Yeah.
in existence, but I have played with several bards that have gotten the actual fireball spell in their arsenal. So
Now, if you wanted Soot, you can have it. I'm
Oh,
saying
no,
if
I
anyone.
have absolutely no need for it because, personally, like my Hound of Ill Omen, I cannot let that thing die, and if I use a fireball, it's gonna die.
What
Huh.
about you, Nayera? Would you like the
She
the
has her own
scroll?
fireball.
So I
I don't
have
know.
fireball, but I always, yeah, I don't know if I get the scroll. Would it be a one and done use for it, or would I be able to use
Yes.
it more than
yeah,
once?
it's one and done.
Scrolls are always
Scrolls-
one and done unless you're a
Okay.
wizard and you transcribe it over to your book.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Wizards can
Well, I
trans-
have it, Wingsong, and I feel like looking back at that battle, you might want to have, a Hail Mary in your pocket.
I mean, if no one else wants it, I will take it and I will use it eventually.
Gogo, you like throwing wild things. You don't want fireball.
You want the
I mean,
fireball?
I don't mind throwing fireballs, but let's be honest. If I'm not going to hit anything, fireball ain't going to help.
Well, it's a
I
big
mean-
blast, so it mainly requires them to dodge the big ball.
Well, Wingsong, you were just talking about your spell list and diversifying and things like that. So, I mean, honestly, the best pick to give you some diversity with your spell cast. It would give you. A
I'm
spell
trying to
slot.
be nice to
go.
everyone because I got a magic ring.
I know you have two magic rings now. Good
No, I
job.
Oh,
have
yeah, wait.
one.
Gogo,
I
can
have
you
a
make
one.
another magic ring? Because I have a ring. I brought you a ring.
Nope.
Wait, I have 2 magic rings? What?
You took
You
the
have the
potion. You
spell
can't make
revealing
magic
ring.
rings, Goga.
You
I
have to
have
spell you have to spell revealing ring, and you have the other ring, right?
I have the normal silver ring. And
I want the
the magic
refueling
ring.
ring.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
the only thing. Yeah.
Yeah, Wingsong
Oh,
only
yeah, I-
has the spell refilling ring and a
Yeah.
silver.
Oh,
silver ring.
I thought you had another one. My bad.
No, I just picked up a random silver ring because I was like, ooh, it looks nice.
Yeah,
but
we've
I'll
got some
take the
extra bling
scroll.
just for the sake of it.
All right, and now so the
Enjoy
wand
it.
is the last item besides the chainmail, and that wand is being currently mage-handed.
I will analyze it. 26 on history.
26 on history. This wand in particular has been passed down from different people from different places and seems to be always hidden after it's been used and taken, as a hodgepodge of abilities to it, and its origin is relatively unknown. What they call this wand is the Wand of Wonder.
Wand of Wonder.
I would like this wand. I have formed a bond with it. It spoke to me.
Paz,
You're stunned.
run. No,
I'm only stunned for 6 seconds.
Yeah, the stun's already wore off.
It's
Yes.
done. It's fine.
Sorry.
With an 18
even-
in an Arcana, do I know more about its magical capabilities?
It's extremely, even with an 18, you'd have to run through the whole thing to figure out exactly what it's capable of. It seems to be improbable. Whenever you swing it, it's going to sling something. You have no idea what it's going to do.
It's very random.
It is by nature random. That is the magic that has been put into it.
Yeah, so it's gonna
Okay,
gonna take with the mage hand. He's gonna
No, you will not.
bring the wand over to
I
himself.
would like to take it as he is taking it. It already spoke to me.
Oh
My
no.
mage hand already has it. And I pulled it away from you a good distance, so you're gonna
I
have
mean-
to try and run over and grab it while it's
He
going
is
away.
fast.
He's
I got
extreme-
80. I got 80 feet of
That
movement
is
speed.
extremely fast.
Hold on,
I
Um,
got
hold on,
80 feet of
I-
movement
That's
All
why I
right,
put the
before we
potion
get
down.
before we
You
get
want me to run
into
up to you?
we can do this out of character. So I will want to state that Wand of Wonders in my world does not require attunement by a spellcaster. That's one of the requirements. It just requires attunement. It's the only thing that it needs. So either
Okay.
Paz or Suit can use this Wand of Wonder. Paz did have it originally, and Paz did use it. However, for the intention of I'm not going to force attunement onto anybody. But someone has to take it, or you leave it. So which one of you is going to take it?
I would.
I would like to take it.
Rochambeau.
Okay, so both of you.
Probably have to fight
Alright.
for it.
Go ahead, and both of you, I want you to
I will-
roll a.
Paz fight's dirty.
I'm-
Be careful.
I want to call.
Dirty.
We'll call because Paz, you decided to take it first. So Paz, even or odd.
Evens.
Yep.
All right, it's evens. Paz, you now have it. I'll go drag into your inventory.
Wow, wow,
I
wow.
think it'd be really funny to see him just go up to like the back
Alright.
of the dragon and go like, it just fucking stuns himself again.
Yeah, well, he's
I've
got
been
6
best-
more tries in that thing, so.
I have been blessed with the wonders and great power.
I believe in you,
The
Pez. You
leader
know
will
what?
be
I
proud of
believe
you.
in you. Maybe you
don't.
can use
Oh,
that to
shit.
find the
No,
leader, whoever
I don't.
that is, whatever
I
that
don't
is.
trust. I don't trust Paz with that item. That thing's gonna blow up on him.
I feel like its entire purpose
is-
is meant to be unknown of what it will do. So even in your hands as a skilled spellcaster, you would not be able to control its capabilities.
You're right. I wouldn't be able to control it, but at least I would know better when to use it instead of
That
Paz
is
just throwing it
true.
around willy nilly and
He-
potentially
He's
doing
more
something that could
responsible than you
completely.
think.
Very
He,
responsible.
He's
I feel
very
like
responsible.
I feel like he knows when not to be stupid and when to be stupid.
Why are you guys talking about me like I'm not right in front of you? A, you
I'm-
just ruined the best chance I had to find my leader, and B, now you're just talking down to me and degrading me the entire last
Quite
hour.
literally,
So.
because he's
Oh, he's
like
gonna aim
a
for us
fourth
if
of
he
he's
wants.
like a third of my height. So
You guys are
he-
very
and then
much.
That's mean. You shouldn't be saying mean things just because the third you're high.
You guys are just making it very, very,
It's-
very hard to
Nothing.
like you and be
Oh.
here to listen to you.
It's not my choice at this
Hey,
point,
Fossil.
so have at it.
as I'm trying to defend the reason why you should have it. So
Yeah, but you didn't help defend the reason why I'm searching Vars lands and left my wonderful little hometown to come
I
to
have
this crappy
no
ass world.
idea about that. I am here. I am Wingsong, a traveling bard. So whatever the fuck your story is, I have no idea.
Spicy.
Wow,
Okay.
very dismissive of you.
Hey,
Well,
Thotha,
I
can
mean,
you
I
fix
would be
my
very
knee?
interested in learning about you more, honestly,
Fix
because you're
your-
really
what's wrong with
creepy.
your knee, lass?
Gilga fucking bashed it.
Did you actually take hit point damage from it? I forget.
Yes.
I
she-
did.
Yeah, she took that
Said
bunch of
he
damage.
wailed the crap out of
He
I just fucking
Hard.
can't
Where are you?
aim for shit. I'm genuinely concerned, and I think we need to get him some target practice. But it hurts so much.
There you go, lass.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Gilga, we're gonna find somewhere for you.
Yeah, you keep saying that. It's degrading. Gosh, you don't have to keep rubbing into my face.
I
just
hear
because
you.
he's smaller than
but
you,
at the
Nayera,
same
does not
time-
mean you have to talk down to him.
In any case,
Do I have to add it manually, or
How-
did it do it on its own?
I'll put it on.
I don't know.
how are we gonna
don't know
carry all
either.
this gold?
Well, how much do we
Slowly.
reasonably need?
All of it.
All of it.
Do we reasonably need all of it, or do you just want to
I
have
don't
all
feel
of
like
it?
we're the right party to ask that question.
I mean,
and
if you give me some time, I can carry quite a bit more.
We will just teleport back to Monsag. So
I can almost carry the full 8,000 gold.
what
I
the
have
fuck-
like almost nothing in my inventory.
I
so
have
I
a lot
can-
in my inventory. I have literally everything a bard carries, so that's like more than half of my weight.
I know I have a
At
lot
this-
too. I even
at
have
this
the
point-
armor that I need to carry for Naya.
yeah, well, at this point, I should have the helm, right, instead of.
Yeah, I went ahead and put it in your inventory. So again, making it with the hammer, you're able to manipulate it into a helm. Looks like resemble that of the head shape of Naira, and you're able to give it over. So again,
Thank you, Gilga.
+1 AC, and then there is advantage against frightful presence, and that is in your inventory and is equipped.
Okay, so should I take the talon, the hide, and the teeth out of my inventory?
Yeah, you can go ahead and right click and delete those.
If you don't mind, Gilga, I'd appreciate you do the same for me when we get back to Monsag. No rush.
Is there a way we can
to
swing by
build a
that
helm
temple?
for you again?
I lad.
All right.
I need to get that temple. I owe a guy upstairs some blood.
It is.
Well, we could
Well-
always ask the giants to give us another escort back up after we get back, or have one of them carried up for you.
You could
I
also
don't know
use
what
the
the-
stone to go there instead.
We could go.
Because we could go there, and then we could just hoof it the rest of the way back.
I mean, that one will all encumbered with a bunch of gold.
I can-
Ooh,
if
I
you
really
want-
owe that guy.
If you want Nayera, if we have
Yes.
enough rope, I could teleport you as close as possible as I can myself, with my abilities, to it. We can travel there, come back, use some rope, and come
Oh.
down.
How? Well, our rope. Most of our rope is still attached to the cliff that's outside this cave. You could. You could
We could
teleport
go
back
get
to-
it.
No,
And come.
that's your one teleport though. You could teleport back up and
No, no,
get the
I can
rope and jump
teleport.
across.
I've been learning a lot of things, my dear friend. A lot of
That's
things, a
probably
lot of
not a good sign.
experiences, and I can dimension door up there. It's a little ability that I
Oh, you
learned.
can.
Can
You have to
It's
mention door?
500 feet, and I can do that.
Do it.
Can you get me my rope back?
Yeah.
I can bring
he-
Nayera with me. We can both go there. She's strong. I'm fast and magical and smart
Yeah, I've still got my murder stick.
and
So.
able. She's also really good at killing, and honestly, I feel really scared if I'm by myself.
Yeah, no, go. That's if anything, that's
Ooh.
probably the best bet. Go up there, grab all of our ropes, cause there's 200
Can you
feet
guys
worth
give
of
us
rope.
more rope though? Because we're gonna need as much rope as possible to get
I mean-
all the way down here with rope.
Well, there's 200 feet of rope on that cliff already because Nair had 150 feet worth of rope, and then I think it was either me or Gilga that put the other 50 feet of rope. I can't remember which.
It was me. I think I put the
It
extra.
was so then. I'll give you my 50 feet, and that's 250.
How much? What's the? Can I estimate the distance between the opening of that big old chasm thing to the bottom floor? You want me like roll an intelligence to see if I can actually do that?
So the smartest play to use Dimension Door, given how far you've actually traveled through the ice tunnel, given that you only have about 500 feet to work with, would actually be to go into the tunnel again and do an ascent until you get within range of visualizing that place upon the actual above the cliff, right where the rope is tied to,
Yeah.
and Dimension Dooring to that. That would be
Oh,
that
no, I
would
was
be the
thinking
wisest
about-
option.
Okay, I was originally thinking about teleporting to where that big old opening is, because I can visualize that and we can just go to
Yeah,
the
basically
rope.
just teleport just straight up to the outside of the hole. That
Yeah,
we
or we can just
would've
do
fallen
what he
down
said.
into.
You know, whatever is the most facile way to do it.
So you're saying the hole above that leads up into that?
Yeah, like where we
Yeah.
can see all the light, that we can just drop the rope down
Yeah,
there.
because
The
we know that
issue.
somewhere in this cave there's a hole directly.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm trying to ask. If like, what's the height?
Yeah, but the issue is you don't know how far that actual hole is to get into the cavern that you saw above. Because you've been traveling for a distance in descent. You could easily be hundreds and hundreds of feet below. The tunnel could be massive itself.
Okay.
That's
I'm
what I'm saying, is that you so in order for Dimension Door to work as well, is you actually have to either see it or you have to be able to visualize it. In order to visualize it, you have to have been there. So if you can't exactly see all the way up the hole, because you get the light as it travels, but eventually that's going to go outside of your visual range even with the light. It's just too far. Even stretching all the way up and looking as it's bouncing through that natural light. So you can attempt to be like, I think I know where it's at. I'm going to try to go for it. Or you can take the more concrete, which is just going to through the tunnel and then dimension dooring up on the cliff, because you've been through there. You know where that all is at. And there you can gather the rope, and then you can make your way to the hole and lower it down. If you're trying to get the party up, you know how far that actually is. You'll find out, I guess, at that point.
okay. So what is my plan right now? My plan is to go through that tunnel with Nayera using Dimension Door. We're gonna go get all the rope. We're gonna come to that chasm hole, correct? And then we're gonna combine all the rope that we have to get down to the hole. Someone is going to tug on that rope twice so that we know it's you and not some Drake. Okay?
Right.
Right. And so we'll pull out his 50 feet of hempen rope and hand it over to Wing Song.
Thank you, sir.
Alright, we
Any
got
any
this.
other rope anyone has to donate or?
The only question I have is it better that I go or Paz? Because Paz is faster and lighter than me.
Anything helping you right now?
It does not matter the weight. Dimension Door does not care about weight. You're allowed to
It
take
does
just one
not.
person, and to be completely honest, I think out of everybody, your
I need
character
someone that's
is
capable of fighting.
the
Okay.
best like fighting based character out of the party in like
Okay.
a 1v1 situation. So
Yeah, because if
Okay.
if I'm alone, I'm gonna die.
They're gonna eat
There's
you.
just
They're gonna
nothing
eat
I
you
can
so
do.
fast.
I almost
Can you
died
Dimension
to
Door
a
back?
singular baby Drake. Okay?
The only thing that would be a detriment would be the fact that the passage between both sides of the cliff are quite wide. So the actual
How
entrenchment
wide was
is very wide. I don't think any of you are actually capable with the strength scores to be able to jump over it.
I mean,
No.
I can.
Well,
Not with the
maybe
strength
our
score.
guys.
I think
maybe
it's-
our guy's alive.
I think the only one that can do it is Paz, based on your abilities.
So maybe Paz is the one who should go.
Man,
I'll-
maybe it'd be nice if I knew who my leader was.
I think it's about
take,
25 feet across.
I'll take Paz with me because Paz I know is also a capable
No,
master of combat.
you're assuming I'm going to help you.
I assume that you would because if you don't, then
Stop being
who's-
cheeky.
we
No.
can't.
Apologize.
You know what?
I can't.
You're right. You're right, Paz. I was very rude. Even if I was trying to side with you, I was being very rude, and I apologize for that. And you're a great man, or halfling. I don't know exactly what you would go by.
I'm working
Human?
toward being able to
Human?
genuinely apologize because I don't want to lie and say currently that I'm sorry that we asked a different question.
You know,
I am still quite interested in what you mean by the leader, honestly.
I mean, also, like, you also asked a question to that we got an answer that we already knew most of.
well,
Okay.
we knew. Well, you knew it was Damodar. The rest of the information he gave us was all actually relatively useful information we could definitely use for later. Plus, we also learned that he knows a lot more than he's letting on.
He offered me to
It
look
was
into his
helpful.
thoughts, but I didn't.
Well, he challenged you to look into his thoughts.
And it was really tempting, honestly.
And you didn't take the challenge.
Oh, I
Could have
forgot.
found the leader
that's
that
why.
way.
Well, I forgot that I wanted to.
I also want to kind of just approach the idea, given the length of this journey and how long it took, depending on how long you actually want to be in Monsag or whatnot. You could also try to get to have the giants do some of this work for you.
Like, can they deliver the
What work?
blood for us?
Like
Oh.
dropping stuff off at that shrine,
Yeah,
Like bringing you there.
you
Maybe
could
I
have
give
them. You
people
can
the
have them
note,
drop.
like,
bringing some
count?
of this treasure back.
Yeah, you can have them drop off the. They know where the shrine is. It's literally.
We're gonna
altered
tell them
with-
Is the god is the god cool with that? Is that
They
is the
could
god
try-
cool with like a
I mean, they could
Uber
also bring you
tribute?
there.
Would you like me to pray and ask through if that would be okay?
Yeah, can
Honestly,
you ask
yes.
him if he's fine with us like
I mean,
Pray to another
Deliver-
deity. You thought like, whoa.
Oh,
I'm
really
so-
surprised.
No, I didn't say who I'm going to pray to. I said pray.
I just
to
think that
Thrym.
there's an effect called functional fixedness, right? Where you're getting tunneled into one path, right? Where there's one function for what you're attempting to do, but you do have literally a collective of giants,
Right.
that are perfectly capable of assisting you with whatever need this is.
we could also have a
I guess they can
giants
tell
just
me
bring us.
themselves if Frem's cool with it.
You can also just have giants bring you back to the shrine. It's not like it took for
Yeah.
very long. You do it, and then let them continue on their way, because we did promise them a dragon head, and I'm sure that they would like to know where the dragon's lair is to come and get the rest of the loot and the dragon to hang up.
Okay, let's go
Yeah,
back.
because then
Let's
they
go
get the
back to
whole
Monza.
dragon.
Do,
They get the
would
whole
would
dragon.
you like some prayer for guidance?
I mean, kind of,
Let's-
yeah.
All right. I'm actually not going to tell anyone this. I'm praying to Pelor to see if Pelor would be willing to check in, or if Pelor could give me an idea if Thrym would be okay with a giant
Yo,
spring.
Paylor, I need you to hit up this other god to see if it's okay if we do this thing.
Joe, do you have Thrym on speed dial? Because
Exactly.
I'm really
Hey,
needing.
I don't really
Dial
know
him
Thrym,
out.
but you do. Could you ask if he's cool with it?
I'm trying to get a hookup on a
Yeah.
$5 pizza right now, and I know
That's
Thrym's
right.
got it. So let's get the speed dial going.
I
Send
love
those
what
extra
we have,
coupons,
but like,
man.
what's
Yeah,
up with
get
that
those
guy?
coupons.
He's closer to the gas station, honestly, and he has more gas. Can you just tell him to come
His
over?
credit is really good. It's like
I need a designated driver.
Based on time of everything, I don't want to make things too tedious, right? We spent quite a bit of time on loot and divvying it out and other things. So praying to Paylor. Paylor and Thrym aren't actually not really related in the Celestials within the space. Nothing really comes to you when you're praying to Paylor, especially in this environment currently. It seems to be a little bit out of context and connection, and the request is just not heard. I want to kind of bring up the idea of us getting help and assisting and things. Yeah, the treasure's awesome, and we can get it out right now would be great. But the fact is that you all could pocket this stuff, become encumbered, use it to go back to Bonsag, and then have all of that, and then just having the giants escort that blood back or retrieve your items from the altar for you is perfectly
Honestly,
within
guys,
the wheelhouse. They also
Yeah.
know
Okay.
where the lair is because they led you here.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
So they know where it is.
yeah.
Let's just grab everything and teleport to
Go.
Monsac.
Let's
No.
teleport. Let's do it.
Okay, so how much gold do we all
8,000
individually get?
8,042 gold per person. There will be 6 gold left over.
609 plus 8,042. 8,000.
Let's give that 6 to Goga because technically, against all odds, he was technically the final blow.
He can take everything he wants from me. I care not for money.
Do you want it? Do you want it? Do you want the 6 pieces, Paz? Take it.
He says he doesn't care about money.
I'm not taking any of it.
So there's 8,042 to split up between 6 of us.
Varys gets as much gold. Varys always gets my portion. Now, it's split 7 ways, but Varys always gets my portion of it.
That's true. Vera says he usually just carry his. That he should be very encumbered.
So how much? Wait, should you make?
That's like 1680.
1684 is going to Varys because he's just holding on to Paz's share.
Oh my gosh, that's so much
You
gold.
take whatever you take whatever you want. I don't know. I have no idea how much gold I've accumulated during the course of the campaign because I've never paid attention.
So are we,
He doesn't
are we
handle the
actually
money.
divvying up gold there now, or you just
Yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
give
the
it gold.
The gold.
DM,
Varys has
And how much do we
Varys
get?
has so much gold.
I want to
How
see his face when he
How
sees
much
that.
encumbrance
Yeah.
do you have from gold alone?
DM,
Well,
could you tell us how he's acting right now? Like, how would you describe how he looks carrying
Oh, I got you.
16,000 gold?
Yeah, what was the individual share
It's
of
fine.
gold? I'm sorry.
8,042.
84.
I feel like Cody plays Varys like super like just absolute plain face.
Stoic.
And just
Stoic as hell.
I'm just
He's
also
poker.
imagining the eyes rolling constantly.
Yeah.
Just like,
He's a
Space.
walking Lady Gaga poker face right now.
So it's very much like in the wheelhouse of just his eyes are just consistently rolling throughout the entirety of this.
I'm just scared to die.
Naira's having a blast, so.
all right. So we get all the loot, it's pocketed. The only thing left is the chainmail. I don't know if anybody's taking that.
What is it? What kind of
It's
is
just
it? Light
+1.
armor?
It's
Chainmail is
Chainmail is heavy.
Happy.
Yeah.
Fuck! I thought that was gonna be a bit lighter. I was like, maybe I.
I mean, is there anything special about the chainmail?
It's
no,
just a
it's just a plus
chainmail.
one.
plus one.
So
Yeah,
it's
it's
something-
plus 1.
It's something
Plus
we can just
one,
end up
no
selling.
history to it, nothing at all. Just plus one.
Plus 1. I'm not going to touch that. That's weak. Mithril. Mithril.
bullshit.
Get out of here.
Come on.
Okay.
You call that craftsmanship?
That's
This is craftsmanship. And I'm just going to show off my armor. Look at that. Look at those
Dangerous
launchers.
spirits just flowed out of it. Just the mithril. You just angered the gods.
Okay.
Anyways, everyone grab onto me. We're going.
All right, what
Everyone
are you
hug me. Grab my arms.
what are you
Tail?
We have to
focusing
be
on?
touching Wingsong, or can we touch something?
We're
Someone
all
who's touching
we're
Wingsong?
touching Wingsong.
No.
You're all
You
gonna
all
touch
have to touch
Wingsong.
Wingsong.
I'm
I-
6 foot, guys.
Alright.
I'm really
Alright,
tall.
bye,
All right,
Vern, you
Wingsong,
suck.
please make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh
I
no.
reach in and accidentally grab Wingsong by the bollocks.
And cast
Now
guidance.
it's an intelligence throw
Yeah.
with disadvantage.
Yep. With guidance.
So is very much grabbing his tail.
Do I get guidance for saving
Tail.
throws?
Yes.
When your party is the
Guidance will work on
disadvantage.
any
Yeah, that's pretty much
roll.
any roll.
Just grabbing.
All right, 13. So what are you concentrating on?
Roll that four. Roll that d4.
17.
17. What are you concentrating on?
I'm concentrating on the dining hall where I specifically played with Rockthar. Specifically there, we're hanging out, we're going.
Gonna end up like 600 miles away from there.
And I'm concentrating specifically on that spot where we had my first vision with the gold stone.
Okay.
You know,
So as
we're
you're-
playing the music.
As you're focusing and you're concentrating, right before you see the runes begin to form as they're outstretching, I need all of you to make perception checks.
Uh-oh.
Hmm.
Fucking
I'm gonna just use my passive perception instead.
Oh my god.
Fucking someone's dice rolled mine away and made me land on a 4, and now it's my fucking die was a 4. I had a 12. guys.
And for this, I'm gonna go ahead and roll. Varys as well.
DM has perception.
DM perceives everything. It's always in that 20.
Oh, this is a
Alright.
sleight of hand.
Someone's watching us. Someone's been watching us.
So as the runes begin to form, they begin to enshroud you all within a large greenish bubble with a hue and different things. You continue to focus, concentrate on it. Eventually, comes to you. You open up within the portal in the actual Great Hall. Instantly, as it begins to dissolve, and the runes themselves are formed underneath your feet in the same place, almost as if you're channeling it in this other place at the exact same time. The runes subside as well as the bubble around you begins to cease. I'm gonna go ahead and stop that music there. The
Hey,
actual
So we didn't
Rebecca,
perceive
how's it
anything?
going? Just popping in. Showing
Everyone's
up
grabbing
unannounced.
onto me. I'm like in Jesus formation, like how they have the statue over in Brazil in Rio de
Yeah.
Janeiro. I'm just
Okay. So as
So
you
we didn't perceive anything.
you did not perceive anything, no one did, neither did Varys.
Son
So
of a
as
bitch.
you come
Me, Varys.
into the Great Hall, you see the king is sitting upon a new stone throne that has been like roughly and crudely placed within there. It seems to be kind of patchy and unchiseled. There's actually a couple giants that are on either side working on it at the same time that he's sitting on it. Currently, is drinking out of a large horn of probably mead that's in there, and has a large piece of hide that's like outstretched like this, dangling down. Is like reading it like this, and kind of moves in to squint and look at it. There's other giants that are currently in here. Given the time, the actual Great Hall is beginning to fill up, right? So there's this coming to dinner time, and it's relatively exciting that you all are on the adventure and the track and unsure and clear of what is about to happen. So people are beginning to funnel in. Music is actually being played as well. The fire in front of you is the actual lava is glowing and spitting and burbling a little bit. And as soon as you all come in, the music just like stops, and you see as the king just like is like looking and reading, and then just turns and looks at all of you. Ooh, what? Stands
Feel the
up
drag.
and clears like this with the hands of the two people chiseling. You see everyone else just like slowly turning and looking.
they see me standing
Uh,
like this, so
we-
everyone's grasping.
We
onto
killed the
me.
dragon, and I bring some of its heart to share with you.
We arrived.
I
The
didn't-
king.
I have some dragon's blood, which I promised Threm. Could use a little help getting that over there.
I love how we're all just throwing this out while the entire
Yeah.
banquet hall is just
Everyone's-
completely confused as to our fucking
Right. Trying to figure out what the hell's
Presents,
going
yeah.
on.
There's
Everyone's
a-
just like,
Dragon's dead,
"Hey."
Your Highness. Dragon's
our-
dead.
There's a
our party just
distinct
jumps in.
silence with this long pause that no one says anything. Then all of a
How,
sudden,
how many
they-
giants are around us right now?
there is easily 63 giants that are currently within the Great Hall. They're
They're
outstretched,
still
looking
standing
in
like
uniform.
this.
That
Sorted it.
silence and that pause just continues ever so long, almost to the near uncomfortable stage, and then they all cheer.
I
As they
like how
begin
you
to
cut
erupt.
out.
I know, I cut out too, which is great because I had the music going. So they all cheer as they kind of yell outwards, praising, and they're almost like, "For Threm, praise be Threm!" And they're all excited. They're all clasping each other, hugging each other, and then they begin to storm in. Many of the giants actually begin to
Wait.
trudge forward, moving all towards you. The ground's shaking.
Yeah.
We
Barely
killed
able
it,
to hang
we
on.
killed it.
The
So
king
just
Wolfgang
grabs
among
over
them?
it.
just
The
runs
king,
and
you
below the
run,
table.
get underneath the table. So the king hops down off of it and moves over to all of you and then throws the arms back. Space! Space! Chosen ones! Space! They all kind of stop and subside, listening to the king's orders.
Right.
We're all excited. That's great. But they have just returned after a harsh victory in a fight. And I see that Wolfsing Volsong and my guard are not with you. To Thrym's hall they dine.
Well,
Yes.
we aren't
Un-
Or a fish
entirely
monster, but
sure
yeah, that
about
works too.
Volsing. He may still be alive. We're not entirely sure about him, but the others, the other rest of the guard, they fought bravely before we got to the cavern.
Flicks his finger.
We
You see many
Who
different
gives you?
giants. It's similar to the ones that escorted you. They kneel down. Our king. They all kind of speak out. Wolfsing could be alive. Head to Helvaric Peak to Ithrin's lair.
and we have a dragon body there for you to collect as a
Yeah, if
prize.
you could,
Yes.
the tunnel kind of caved in, but if you can, if you
Clear
can
that.
smash it open, there's a whole ass dragon in there.
A prize trophy. Well, Make sure to take
most of a whole
supplies
ass
and prepare
dragon.
for a camp out to get the skeleton, the body of Ithrin the
Yes.
Vile.
If Wolfsing is
And-
dead, King Yirting, he
you-
died defending us, making sure that we can fight
Uh,
Aetherite.
If
He
I
died a
may,
noble death, if he did.
Your Majesty, if Wolfsing's body is found, what do your traditions say about restoring life to him?
That is up to his spirit. You may try to reach out to him in Thrym. Most likely he will reject. Wolsong has seen many battles, has slain great creatures. Most likely has earned a fantastic and most memorable spot near Thrym, at the head of the table.
Yeah, it's probably not
I
going to trade
understand,
that.
Your Majesty. Thank you.
You are most
Your
welcome.
Majesty,
Yes.
speaking of Thrym, I promised him some dragon blood, and I have it. Can that be? Is that an in-person thing, or can I send that along?
We will bring it. I will have them bring it to the altar of Thrym. Is there any other tokens that were left there to give you gifts and benefits in your battle?
Yeah.
We will recover those
Sure.
as well.
Thank you.
Thrym would not look down on such a thing. I did leave something there.
You have
Is that
slain Ithrin the Vile. Thrym is very happy. You all are more than welcome. Once you perish, you all may be dined in the hall of Thrym. That is your choice upon your death.
I'm
I have a
opting in
loot
on that
there.
one.
It's my training loot. Is that okay? I'll go
Um,
back to my standing pose.
Yeah, I like write a little note because I still have my ink and my pen. Just write a note that just says "Love Nyera," and I'm just like, here's
Do
one
you
of
write that in
the.
giant? Because I don't know if all the giants know common.
I do, in fact, because I can speak. Oh no, I can't write it, can I?
Great many
That's right.
dwarfs perished in the fight against Javarik. I too believe that they are now dined in the halls of Thrym.
Speaking of, we actually got the really cool battle axe. It was
But
like,
no, Her Majesty. What news from Thulnir?
It's not great. Our scouts that encompass most of the northern Frosthound Mountains and encroach to the east find the pass to be destroyed. Toppled over,
Aye.
crumpled, wagons destroyed, bodies encased in ice and frozen.
That's not good.
I do not believe this is the work of Ithrin. We have been keeping tabs on his whereabouts. We did not see him flying to the south towards Thulnir.
The city itself is safe. Only the pass was attacked?
I cannot say for certain. We could not or dare not get close. It's not within our rights. Clan Oliphis and Thulnir's territories encompass much and great parts of the mountains.
Thank you again. Nothing's gonna walk out of the hall.
So, guys, are we just
Your
are we
Majesty,
wanting to
if
go to Thulnir?
Mhm.
question, we have a lot of stuff on us, and we can't quite carry it all.
Mm.
Would you have something that we could use to help carry all this?
We may have wagons made and outfitted for you to be able to pass over the tundra. That is your calling. We may be able to fetch a few of the Levrus in the pack to be able to pull them. But they will not make the journey up into the passage to Thulnir. I would suggest reaching Othema. There you can offload, store your goods, and perhaps even reach the Lord there and inform him that Ithrin has been slain. Those humans will be great and fortunate for your task. Maybe they'll reward you with more gold.
Nice.
Looking to the Lord to know what Thulnir is. Othema. Okay, there's Othema.
That is
Okay.
Othema, yes, on the map.
Oh, I was looking at my supplemental.
It also may be worth passing on. I know your friend has left and obviously troubled. Passing on the news about Thulnir.
It is probably important to do so, just in case people from Othema want to go to Thulnir, they don't get hurt.
Potentially. or maybe sending up soldiers to investigate the incident,
Exactly.
seeing if there
So
are
Thema,
survivors.
are they known for their military capabilities, or
Othema is a holy place. Your
so they're just gonna send a bunch of fucking
small
knights?
kind contain a powerful tree there, known as the Sun Tree. The Sular Kingdom found this tree and built a small fort. When the Talthars took over, they built a city. Being on the low flatlands near the mountains, us giants had no call. They also are very pious. We've raided a few times, but there was little gold or wealth. Many of them are pilgrims, making homage to this tree.
I'm just reading it to make sure I don't like fuck up what the history is.
It's in
'Cause I don't
your,
wanna-
you have it within
Yeah, yeah.
your backstory.
Yeah, that's what I'm
notes.
looking at right now. I'm looking at it so I don't end up like going in, hey, we got the Axe of Solar!
I can help you out with that information. I mean, right now, this axe, it hasn't been forgotten, right? If someone sees it and they have ties, maybe lineage to the Sular Kingdom, right? They might recognize the axe.
Do I know
But their
the-
interpretations of recognizing it would be interpretation of almost like a very like a Mandalorian type deal. That you
I
have,
don't
you
ever
have
watched
the,
Mandalorian.
you have the axe. You have assumed like the kingship, right? You have assumed
Do I
leadership.
know
So they'll look upon you as a leader at that point, if they do
Huh.
recognize you.
great Your Majesty, do you know the Lord of Othema? What's his name?
The Lord Nothema is named Lord Thalin Falor, a very powerful paladin,
Yay,
Paylor.
he's the lord of the region.
Do
We gotta talk to that guy anyway.
do I know if in his own lineage, does he have any lineage or claim or connection to Solar? I don't want to risk getting in trouble just because we have a Solar Axe.
I do not know that.
Do I know that? Can I like try to check
Sure,
my mind?
try. Roll a history check if you want.
Cool.
15. The DC for this is obviously it's very challenging. I mean, you're talking about deep. This is deep stuff.
Do I know his genetics?
You do know that Thalin Falor, his sister, is long perished, but actually was queen to Reldor Telthar. So she was actually queen. So it might explain why he's a lord. But his lineage dates back to great paladins that served for a group called the Justicars, which are essentially like a monastery of paladins, right? So a collective of them that they train, elite-wise. But there is no you're going back through, it doesn't seem to be any sort of information that you would recognize that would be connection to Sular.
So I think it'll be fine then. I just do not want to worry about any any items that we have that might be connected and they want to claim ownership over because of bloodline. And personally, I feel like it'd be really annoying to go through a nobility scandal. Oh my god, that's just bullshit. We got this. We own
A
it.
nobility scandal. I do want to state, remember the timeline that we have here is based on when the Talthars took over, which helps as well to relate. So the Talthars have been in reign for 361 years. And so human lives, right, an average, talk about there's a lot of turnover that has happened after that point for humans.
The
so
humans? Is Pelora human?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, if he's like an elf or dwarf or some fucking long living race,
Yeah,
I feel
then
like that wouldn't matter.
Exactly.
But if
So to
not,
the dwarfs, though, right? To the dwarfs, they would look at that axe that they would know a great many of them would know exactly. They maybe even fought in some of the conflicts in the Sular Kingdom.
Okay, that's what I was worried about. I didn't want him to be like, we took over this just 300 something years ago. Give me that axe. And I'm like, okay, fine. Please go away.
Yeah, I wouldn't get hung up on it. I think you're okay.
Okay. It's just a lot of historical value. Okay, well, that's all I needed to know. Thank you, Your Majesty. You've been a great kindness to us.
You have been a great help to me and to my people. Now that Nimsong has finally been achieved, I'll be meeting with the Jarls to discuss its continuation. However, I will be stepping down as king. We'll be going to more of a communal approach where we had our independent clans. We also need to prepare for our summer raids. We are entering into winter, but we must be prepared. Much of our supplies are short, given that Etherin has been flying over uncontested.
Oh my god, are you guys forming like a democracy? You guys are turning into like my tribes, except
So not be a
without
democracy.
central leadership.
I
Oh, never mind.
looks left and right. People are drinking and looking. Words should not be spoken at the Great Hall.
Don't worry, I will imagine that I cast Gift of Gambit. I don't have that, but I imagine that I cast it and I just removed that. Go. Record removed.
Words cannot be spoken in the Great Hall about this. But what I can say to it is that giants have a history of conflict and contest.
But at least you guys would be able to unite under a common cause.
Nimsong was the unification. That was the common cause. Without a future spawn of Javarg or Etherin, there is no reason to continue Nimsong.
I'm going to just huddle over to, I guess, the group and just. Can we take like a sidebar real quick? I got the question.
Yeah, what's up?
Should we mention the really spooky guy that we saw to him? That could
yeah.
that could help him with Nimsong. I don't want him to end
I
up
don't
going
think
into
he's.
World
I don't think
War.
he's bothered, but we should maybe mention it just because there should probably be
Him
some.
only.
Which
should be
which,
some.
spoo- which spooky guy?
The rogue guy.
Dynamar.
Damodar.
Damodar.
The
Damodar?
evil or the one that helped us?
The Damodar, the evil one. That was like,
Dimmadome.
I'm young and I hate everyone. I hate the prophecy.
Still Thibodeau?
Doug Dimmadome.
Yes, Doug
Our greatest
Dimmadome.
our greatest nemesis.
Doug Dimmadome. Should we inform?
Yeah. I think, but maybe not like here, but we should let him know
I
there
can
were some
cast,
details.
I can message to him and tell
Okay.
him. Okay, so I'll
Do you
cast.
really want to
message-
spook a giant?
Maybe get the
He's
name
like a-
right first.
Damodar.
Damodar.
Damodar. Damodar.
Have you learned nothing this last day?
No, because I have it written down. I thought I had it written down correct.
Daem.
No, it's O.
I don't know.
Damodar.
We all have it written down wrong, I think. I have it written down somewhat correct. Either way, I'm gonna look. Hold on, let me just like fucking scroll up.
What you rolling over there?
See whether or not they can hear our conversation.
We're all very quiet.
Damodar. Okay, so it is a.
Damodar.
Okay, so I'm going to get my
He's gonna message a giant. Giant's just gonna go crazy because he doesn't know what's talking to him.
I'm going to get my little dulcimer out, start tuning it a little bit, make a light note, and whisper to him with using message. There is a possible threat to the kingdom, to you.
Swings violently.
Damodar.
Also, if
Be
he just
careful.
wanted to tell him, like, I could have just told him. Like,
Yeah, but I
all
don't
you gotta
want
do is
others
get
to
within like
hear.
30 feet of him.
Yeah, I don't want others to hear though. This is a very.
Yeah, I know. I
confidential-
could have done the same thing.
I'm trying to
know.
be useful, Paz. Don't crush on my dreams right now.
Oh,
I feel it's only fair.
Okay, well, anyways, it's sent. And how does King Gilfing react?
swings immediately.
Okay, so
fucking-
say again what you're saying exactly.
Okay, I'm messaging to him.
Chuck some wall at him.
I'm messaging to him. Be wary. There is a possible threat known as Damodar, a great sorcerer wizard, helping the dragons or master of the dragons or something.
Okay, and that's what you're sending that set with the sending.
With
spell.
message.
With just
specifically-
message.
Just message.
okay.
Just to him.
Okay. Alright. Well, you all have
Is
kind
he-
of he's still looking at you, right? You've just kind of sidebar and had a little bit of a meeting together. Suda's still hiding on the table. Thothic has left. The Great Hall disappeared into the crowd of giants. You're not sure where Thothic has gone. The king just kind of looks
I
in your
assume Varys
direction,
also did.
raises an eyebrow, and just speaks. I'm right here.
And I imagine that we were whispering, and I imagine that we were
See,
whispering
this
to
is
each
what I'm
other,
telling
having
you. They have a
sidebar.
hard problem of talking about you like you don't exist, like you're not even there.
But you understand what I'm trying to get at. The point.
Any
It's
great
important
threat
that you know.
against the giants is something to be brought up when we meet, and maybe we can continue Nimsong against this threat. But that will be a discussion that you all will not be a part of, unfortunately.
That's what I was telling
Your
them.
friends, we have kept them well fed and housed. Those that survived the ordeal
shit,
that Leverus and the pack picked up. Kalan and Timothy.
Oh, wait, sorry. So no Burrow? Oh wait, Burrow was already here.
Burrow is old man. We have.
No, we
if
lost
you
him a while
recall
ago.
correctly,
We left him.
Burrow was left
Yeah,
with the wagons.
We just didn't know where it was.
You sent,
Mhm.
I believe, if I wrote down my notes correctly, you actually sent the pack to go to
We
Burrow.
did.
Okay.
We did.
Pack had returned at that point without Burrow.
Without Burrow.
He's dead! Oh no! The ghosts ate
We have
him!
no idea where he is.
No idea.
There's-
Love Roost of the Pack doesn't have. We never asked the Roost of the Pack if they found Burrow or not. They just didn't bring Burrow back. But Kalan and Timothy
Okay.
are still there. They were well fed and happy.
Timothy? Has he stopped shaking?
Oh, Timothy is been drinking quite a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
That's
just
Yes!
sustaining themselves.
Yes.
He's still
in
very
alcohol.
much shaking.
This is
Definitely
what he
shaking.
needed.
It's very
Hey, the shaking he's doing is from drunkenness right now. He's swaying side to side, shaking like, oh, yeah, I'm traumatized. I'm traumatized.
Oh, Timothy, no.
They killed my family.
I bring you some dragon's heart if you want to eat some of it. I told the
Timothy,
dragon I'd eat its heart, so I'm going to. But I bring like 20 pounds of it because this thing was really huge. Do you like some dragon heart?
Is that what you're offering the king?
Yeah, I didn't bring enough for everybody because, well, I can't carry that much. But like, I don't eat a lot of it
Yes.
because I'm tiny.
Goes down, lowers the hand down over the large, massive pit of lava. Give it here.
Of course, I need a little piece of that, and I'd rather eat it raw. So I can't really punch a heart into pieces, but if you could hand me just a little bit, you
Just
know.
tear some off.
Reaches down with
Yeah.
2 large finger notes, pulls up a piece and drops it into your hand. How that works, I don't even know.
Isn't like it? How much of it is actually like an ounce of heart, or is it just like the tiniest
It's probably like 4 ounces of
Couple grams.
heart. It's got to be pretty large given the figures, right? How much?
Oh
do you
man,
rip off?
this is a lot more gross than I thought.
Grabs it. Skull. Feast upon
Alright,
it. Crowd
I guess we're
cheers.
doing it.
Ah.
It's
See the
happening.
blood just kind of flowing down freely, munching a lot, chewing it wide. I have ate the heart of Ithrin, and everyone begins to cheer.
I'm gonna put it and chew it
Real
up, and
crowd pleaser.
the grim. Oh, the texture is really weird. I don't want to
feel
do
like-
this anymore.
I feel like
But I have
realistically,
to.
that would be more like really tough. Actually, that'd be really tough instead of chewy. Because it's a heart.
Stuff is chewy.
All right, before we get to anything else, we are at 6:35. So I will go ahead and say that we should take the break. In that break, Thotheg, I've been typing up a response to you, so I'll go ahead and finish that response and send it to you. We'll go and take a 10-minute break, so we'll come back at about 6:46 p.m. PST. If you're watching, thanks so much. We will continue when we come back.
And hopefully Gilga can fix his video, unless it's just
Yeah.
mine Discord glitching
Yeah,
out.
so-
No, mine's
okay,
glitching out, so I was gonna
Next tavern we go to, we can talk more.
Welcome
like-
back if you're watching. We're back with
Yeah.
this group. We're at the Great Hall, and we are talking with King Ylfing after we had slain Ithrin and looted the spoils.
I'm a tabaxi bard.
Use some fire, I think that'll be good.
I got
I'm a
fireball.
small human shadow magic sorcerer that can turn into a cat.
Or you're a cat that can turn into a human. You don't know.
Or maybe I'm a fucking druid. Maybe I got 2 levels in druid that nobody knows about.
I don't know. How would I know?
Because if that was actually the case, Wild Shape would not let me change into a cat as a free action, and my hit points wouldn't stay the same.
I don't even know what your hit points are. I don't know anything about druid and what they do aside from shapeshift occasionally.
I have 46 hit points. I'm a squishy sorcerer.
Don't worry, I'm 48. I'm a baby.
All right, so we're back in it. Thought that you have that information. It was sent to you in
Mhm.
Discord, so you have your answer.
Thank you.
And for the rest of you, it looks like food is now being kind of brought around. Things that were being cooked on large fire pits around the Great Hall. They're drinking, their barrels are kind of getting laid down. People are filling their large ale horns, getting ready to drink. A little bit of festivities are happening. It's similar in when you were before, right? They're just kind of repeating this behavior, going and having a party, getting ready. Music itself begins to start. The music is kind of similar. They don't really try to change up too much of what they can do based on their culture and what they have. As they begin to play the music and they begin to celebrate, one thing is really key, and that is eyes are upon you all. Trying to realize some of them are skeptical that you were able to even do this. Many of their stories and the people that they have sent there, the giants that they've sent there to fight this dragon, have perished. This dragon seemed to be eternal, cannot be killed. And you all did that. And they are astonished at that action that you were able to achieve.
But they can see though that we've got artifacts
Evidence.
from the
Yeah, you have the spoils of the victory. And
We also
none of
look
them... Yeah.
Many of us are also battered and bruised and
Yeah.
absolutely beat to shit.
Well, I mean, right now we're all healthy.
Well, yeah, but like
Appearance-wise.
it's HP wise, but appearance wise, you all look like you got the fucking shit beat
I
out
also
of you.
want to point out the only
Several
damage
of
we took in that fight was friendly damage, by the way.
That is true.
I only took friendly
Yeah.
damage.
Varys, I, and Thothig should look like near death right now.
And Naira looks like she's got a bunch of scrapes and bruises because she took a beating too, but it's not nearly as bad as you guys.
And Vera's it's almost dead.
well,
Yeah.
by the grace of Thothic, I'm doing pretty
Yeah.
great.
Close
But
up
I've got
bloodlust
probably
reserve.
some new scars, and I'm wearing the helm.
I got part of a tooth. That's my only trinket. From
I
the
got a
battle.
tooth piece.
I want to make it into a reed. Wait, do you have your Pez, do you have your wood called the Carvos tools?
Always.
Do you
In
want
fact,
to make your...
what I'm going to be doing is I'm taking the 4 dragon teeth I have. I want to make like a set of like dragon teeth brass knuckles,
Brass knuckles.
or like some
That's pretty
like go
dope.
over like the hand, so like
I love that so
dragon
much.
teeth.
Oh, that's
It's got
cool.
like spikes on it.
I like that
Could you
thought.
make like a wrist dagger, or is that not
I don't
unarmed
use those.
enough?
That's a rogue.
Yeah,
That's more like-
that's like
Gotcha,
a knife. I just want something that goes like either
Just
like
blunt
over
force?
the knuckles or like flat fist or like.
Paz wants
little
something that he
claw
could
things
walk
in
into a
there.
tavern and push somebody over and they get into a brawl and just absolutely decimate with like
That's
dragon
gonna be-
knuckles.
I want that for
Well,
pass.
My
Yeah.
theory is, what pierces dragon hide better than dragon teeth?
Ooh,
Right?
that's true. That's true.
Gotta-
I'll have to
Dragon
make
teeth
something
pierce
up for
the
that. I
positions.
don't have anything made up for that, so I'll have to think about
That's
that.
that's just my theory on it. So, like, I'm chopping down just like the edge bits of it, and I'm like, tapping little holes through it, and I'm trying to like thread them together, and it'll be a process to try and like find a way to mount them. How I don't know if I want to go like the like palm strike the like knuckle or like
Mhm.
the back of the hands yet. But
Still
It's
thinking
like how
about it.
Lucario has like a thing in his hands or whatever. You just put on the other side and you just do like palm strike.
well, it's
Yay.
like yeah, like a palm strike instead of a fist.
So, as the eyes are upon you, no one is making any attempts on your spoils of war. Many of them have actually came up to you and spoken in common. Congratulations.
Whoa.
By Thrym, you have achieved greatness. Some of these things are what they would tell to any one of their greatest of warriors that have achieved the epitome of accomplishments. They are respecting your space as well. After the king gave order, they're giving room, none of which are encroaching. They're eating, drinking. Eventually, food is brought to you at the table, similar in fashion to how it was brought before, laying down large platters of different meats, berries, and other things. This time, though, there is actually vegetation, vegetables, and other sorts of fruits and things that are brought to the table, suggesting that perhaps a longship had arrived from somewhere else, and they have brought things. Again, Frost Giants raid. They actually spend most of their time on water. They're
Oh, I hope they have
Even though-
leaks.
Even though they're in the mountains and they face the actual valley, there suggests there could be a path that leads to the other side along the coastline of the Forgotten Sea where they store their longships and go on and raid.
They
Oh,
seem to
I hope
really
they have green
respect us,
onion and
everyone.
leeks. Also, if Wingsong shows me like the wreath he's trying to make, I'll spend some time trying to
Yeah.
carve it out of a
I'm
dragon's
just trying to
tooth.
make a reed for my
That's
Sean
nice.
to put it in to make it fancy.
Go ahead and make a wood carving tool check.
Wood carvers, tools. Check, check, check.
Yeah, make that reed. Please don't demolish me.
We'll add your proficiency to that, so that's 15. So 15, you're able to take that partial tooth that was kind of chipped off, and you're able to really hone it and fine it down. It will take probably to the end of this night as you're kind of whittling and working with it, taking your time to make it into something that Wingsong can use with this instrument.
I could take some time, get annoyed, put it down, do something else, come back to it like 10 minutes later. put it away, Repeat.
This is actually very thoughtful.
Man, Pez, you're honestly really nice. I didn't expect you to just do this for me. Oh my god.
You think you haven't paid for it yet?
Well, I mean, do you want me to pay you some money? I can.
Oh, no, I don't deal with such things.
Paz
What do you
doesn't
know
do
me?
Wait.
money. He doesn't touch money.
What do you
Are we
know
just
me
building?
to do?
Varys is the master of coin.
I'll go walk over to Varys then I
Oh,
suppose.
I don't.
I don't know what you want me to pay you with. This is not. This is going to pay you with a song. I can do that.
Favors.
Thothig, where are you currently at right now? In
3
I would say I'm like just outside the front doors.
Yeah, so the large entrance is open. There's no actual door there, but it's a massive
Okay.
semicircular arch kind of space. You're able to kind of move down, get within a small patch of kind of some snow that's been kind of entrenched, a little bit of trees nearby, and just kind of hunker down there. A familiar face begins to move through the thickets and trees, moving from the south west towards you. It's Levrus, this large wolf of winter, kind of moving towards and snaking with no breath really as it comes towards you. It slowly lifts its head up and sits down on its hind, stretches and looks. Smacks the lips. Hello, chosen one. I see that you are victorious against Ithrin.
Aye, that we were. Though I cannot say it feels as good as it should for me. It actually feels slightly hollow. We lost 4 of the giants, all our guard. And just before we reached the dragon, I learned that the pass to Thulnir had been attacked. I reached out to my mother. She says the city's been decimated. She do not know where my father is. I'm very worried for them.
Sad to hear that, chosen one.
Aye.
If it's any help, some of my kind have been in the mountains to the east in search. We have seen this pass. We often scout and look. There was a dragon.
That's what they said.
Was
Silver
made
dragon.
of silver scales. Breathed ice. It flew to the east over the mountains. To Ismar. I do not know of your people. What lies of them. If there are any left. I feel for you, chosen one. You have a heavy burden and a task beyond all imagination. I only serve this kind, these giants. As a humble servant to my master and my pack, my life is simple. But yours is complicated. I see much loss in your future. Perhaps that is why they call you such.
I have often wondered the same myself.
I imagine we will be helping you leave this place after the festivities of tonight in the morning.
Where will we go?
I'm not sure.
That up to us?
It's up to all of you. Me and my pack will be grateful to take you all to the edge of the Frosthorn Valley. That is where you so choose.
No need to bother the rest of them. They're enjoying their victory. And they should.
I'm going to get a meal.
Eat well, Levrus. You and your pack have earned it for your assistance to our cause.
Take care, chosen one. Take care. Wall picks himself up, moves over to you, pulls up a paw, just kind of puts it upon your shoulder, keeps it there for a moment, and then continues to walk into the Great Hall.
A paw that's like the size of his head, maybe a little larger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the rest of you, the table is filled. Barrel is set down in similar fashion as the previous festivities. The king, though, not really giving you space to enjoy your victory. The king, many giants are kind of forming a line at this point to speak to the king. The king is sitting upon the throne, turned like this, drinking and talking. At the same time, another giant is kind of coming over and refilling the horn of ale as the king slowly becomes drunk. Other giants in this line, not just talking, but also giving small pieces of hide parchment that's been strewn together and laced with kind of straps of leather, is unveiling them and looking and looks, and large sacks of perhaps coin in leather purses are laid next to the throne, and clasps over heart and kneeling down happens. It's a very interesting sight, as if they're not necessarily jarls, but perhaps giants that have no clan and are coming now to, perhaps they were at sea and they have returned, or they have decided to leave their clan for unknown reasons. They are aligning themselves currently to the king.
He's certainly a respected and well-known king, isn't he, among them?
Well, that's only for now. He did say that now that Ithrin's dead, they're gonna disband and go back to the way that they were.
Yeah.
That is true. He probably will still hold a modicum of power among them, though.
I mean,
Well, I'd say he probably would hold more respect and between the tribes.
I mean, there's still more dragons, right?
Yes.
Well, obviously, but I think
They're-
Ithrin was the only one that was disturbing their land.
Their Nimsong was about killing Ithren. That was what their prophecy was relating to us specifically. We came, we did the Nim song. Nim song is gone. There's a new possible Nim song as they do know about Demodar. Demodar. Demodar?
Dimmadome.
No.
They know about him, or at least Irving does. So they might have a new Nim song.
If it becomes a problem that they have to overcome. If not,
Yes.
then they'll just go back to the way they were.
We've
But
got to
it's-
head south, don't we?
I mean, is that necessarily a bad thing as well?
We do Wingsong. You mentioned from your vision that about the mountains that were southwards of an area there of a dragon that wanted to speak with you. Did you not?
I did. I do not know his name, but he does want to speak with me.
There's one
He-
lead there that we have.
He is
I
quite
think we wanted
far
to
away.
make our way to Athema as well, or to
And-
talk to Lord Thaler.
Yeah, that's on the way, so that can easily be done along the way.
Yes.
And we don't have to go
The
seek
most
out this
obvious,
dragon, but
where he wants to meet, Mount Chris, is figuratively across the world. It is across the continent, at the opposite side. It will take us
Yeah.
a while to get there, but we can make it there if you want to along the way. But we
Yeah.
can go to Othema
It's-
firstly.
probably best
Yeah,
to go
you-
to Athema first.
You want to go to Mount Chris and see Haran, correct?
Yes, Juan. I have it written down. I had to remind myself again. It's so far away in my notes. I have written down so much.
There is a lot, and I hope that it's all digesting. And if you have any questions, just let me know.
Oh man,
Well, it
you're
helps that
asking
there's
a
like a
guy-
lore place for us to go back as well.
Yeah.
I have it written down in like very loose note pamphlet kind of way. Yeah, Haran, Mount Chris. I misspelled Chris, and Top Peak through Crystal Desert.
Is there anything
Aspen,
else that?
Balnor.
Okay, we still need to find leads on Paz's leader.
Yeah,
Do we
and
know
whatever's
much
going on
about
with you and this
the-
spooky smoke.
Now we care.
I'm,
Actually,
Pez-
wait, no, Sid, you've always been cool with me. You're cool,
Pez-
sorry.
Pez, I got a question about you. I honestly don't know much about you. Soot probably doesn't know much about you. I don't know about Tutik. Would you like to explain what you're talking about, the leader?
You know, the leader. The great leader.
You know, the leader.
What
He's just the
you want to
leader.
tell us? What
The leader.
does he lead?
I
Leads
mean,
us. all of us.
everything. Us.
Is he
He
like?
gave us jobs and homes and kept us safe.
Who is us? Because I've never met this.
I
leader.
don't. I don't really have much
You know,
of a job.
us. Well, yeah, I mean, you haven't met him yet.
Is
Obviously.
he like a deity?
I mean, but like, I guess you could say that.
Is he? Does he have another name other than the leader?
Probably.
But you don't know what it is.
I mean, he's always been the leader to me.
Where
Varys,
did you
do you know
reside
anything?
originally?
If I could, I mean, Varys would know, and if I could actually open up backstory,
Where,
I
Where
for
did-
some reason I just can't open it at the moment.
where did you originally reside during this follow the leader kind of thing?
Once again, you had to give me a moment.
Oh,
as
okay.
The brain
no
is not
worries.
working.
No worries.
Do you want me to send it to you again, or is it just your document?
This is just on my end. It's just not opening.
Okay.
I just gotta go on. I just gotta load everything.
The power
up.
of dual
I
monitors.
just gotta go to
I can
Word
have-
Online for a second.
I can have my word up on my second monitor with my pop out for you guys. It's great.
I would too, but for some reason Microsoft Word just isn't. Well,
I'm
you see,
very-
it was on a different continent, right? It was Shambus, you know.
Oh, you are also
Sambas.
from a different continent too, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, it was a wonderful place. Like, I had a home, and a job, several jobs, and a wife, I didn't like her much, but it didn't matter. The leader said she was my wife. That should also be like down here.
What continent did you say?
I didn't write the cut. The other one.
Is
You
it
know?
from the one that I'm from?
I honestly, I
Because I
didn't
don't know.
I didn't have the cut.
Well, either
As
way.
I believe you're from Balthus
Yes, that sounds. Yes.
and the Free Society of Hardwood.
Man, I'll be-
He's reading it. and he's like,
Kyle's like,
He's
I
like,
am
uh-huh.
there.
100%.
What you just said, yep.
100%.
I didn't. I could.
He's acting like how he would respect the leader. Yeah.
We could tell I didn't change anything in.
Has Celtic rejoined the group?
No.
Not yet.
Not yet?
It's
Okay.
still sitting outside,
Yeah.
smoking a pipe.
Open pipe.
Yeah, we did originally, Kyle, we did a group backstory. I mean, we created something that was pretty awesome.
Wow.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, we had like a
was.
group thing going.
I have it downloaded. I just didn't
That's okay.
from my own to the other one. I just didn't transfer the specifics that I thought I did.
No, so
No, this little party's come a long way. Lots
it,
changed.
it has a long
Oh
time.
man,
so,
theirs hasn't.
so Balthus is
No.
a large continent. So it's nearly
Yeah.
950 miles southwest of Earth area. It resides, kind of in equilateral position. The actual region is Aloris, and part of the Aloris' western side it consists of the Free Society of Hardwood. And that is where your people are from, Paz, and their society that they've developed within that. And Balthus is a pretty interesting place. There's a kingdom and a couple other things to the north and whatnot. But given the kind of the group backstory they were created, I believe the Shambas, right?
Yeah.
And it was like it's like 2 days away from Jalant, which is like that port city that we were having the striker land at. So
And you guys are all connected, so and I are just like meow,
Well,
meow.
Don't
I
think it's not
wasn't.
connected to anyone.
Yeah,
Oh.
I started in the beginning, but I was like the one person that like just rocked up to the.
I just
the
found
group and was-
a boat.
Wow, you guys
Naira's
are-
just been consistently trying to get in on this friend group and not getting in.
Oh, I
You
mean,
guys are like a licorice rope.
there's what? What's that?
You are intertwined, but between each other is a lot of.
You mean
bitter
twine?
treatment.
Are you trying to say twine?
Do you mean twine?
You mean twine? I don't know what licorice is.
Is that your
No,
language is for
licorice.
twine?
No, licorice because it.
The accent?
Licorice is no. Fuck you. Licorice, as in because you are all intertwined between each other.
Yeah, like twine. You know, like rope.
But
Like
there's
we're
a
all
bit of
intertwined. Not,
bit of
not. I don't know what licorice is. I don't know this word you're
Well,
telling
it's a
me.
bittersweet candy, okay? Had it once from my professor.
That was candy. You mean a carrot?
No, candy is like made of sugar and tasty bits, except for licorice. It's not tasty.
I beg to
would
differ.
why would you? I
Wait,
agree, but why would you call me licorice if it's not tasty? Is that?
Wait,
Are you
what?
insulting me again? I will throw this reed into the lava, damn it!
wait, licorice
One
is
step
the
forward,
purple,
one step
is
back.
the purple black like Twizzler candy, right?
No, oh my gosh, no.
No, that's
Well,
I mean, licorice is
Yeah, so red licorice and like Twizzler licorice is technically is like just artificial like corn syrup that's been put together and to make it look like licorice. But licorice is in like a candy type. The traditional dates back to black licorice, which comes from the actual licorice root, which has like anise properties to it, similar to the flavor of like fennel, right? So
Jägermeister.
Jägermeister, right? So a lot of people that if you don't like fennel or anise, the flavor, you don't like black licorice. Actually, there was a population study that was done, one of the labs at the university, where they looked at like how much population liked black licorice, and it seemed to be split almost 50-50, like the world. So it's very interesting.
Well, you know what? Instead, you're not like black licorice. You're more like poi, and none of you know what poi is, so it's fine.
Are you trying to say hey?
I actually
No.
know. I actually know what poi is. Put my hand up.
Okay, what is poi, Mr. DN?
So I worked a long time ago at one of my first
No.
jobs. I actually worked
Don't
from
you
a
do this to
I
me.
worked with a native Hawaiian
Hawaiian.
that brought poi in and had me try it. Yeah, no, it was crazy. It was and he told me about all the weird things that that the traditional cuisine, a lot of like rice and mayonnaise and spam and like seaweed things. So poi, if I remember correctly, it's just like a mashed root.
It is. It's
Yeah.
poi specifically is mashed taro root, boiled and cooked in water.
That sounds delicious.
It was
It's
really
not-
good when he had me try it. It had a lot of different things in it in addition to that.
Poi is but it's a very bland thing. It only has taste if you combine it with other stuff.
Mhm.
The actual like taste of it is very bland with a bittersweet, mostly kind of semi-sweet aftertaste to it.
None of you know what it is as he's reading
Well-
off the Wikipedia article.
No, but like
No.
Poi, but with
No.
with poi though, like it's also it's sort of similar to it's like mochi, right? It's like the same process even used because you have to
It
beat
is-
it using a mallet.
You beat it.
No,
down.
I make it at work. I make it and use it at work and eat
Oh.
it. Like, that's why I know what it is. I'm not reading it off an article.
Yeah.
It's because I know what it is.
Oh no, you're good. The
Yeah,
one
no,
I
I live in
tried had
Hawaii.
other things in it. It was like
Yeah,
a
no,
mixture
I
of
live in
stuff.
Hawaii. We have poi, we have lilikoi, we have pineapples. We have ice, we have guava. We have lishe.
Wow, Wing
Yeah.
Sung,
Yeah, wow.
you have ate a lot of different things.
Yeah, my grocery store has a lot of those too.
I love me a good schnitzel. That's unrelated, but I like schnitzel.
Say, that's almost the other side of the world, there, dude.
I like pip. I like beignet. I hate shrimp. I hate crawfish. I hate crappie. I hate.
You hate
turkey.
shrimp? So you don't like a po' boy then?
Wow.
What?
Anyways,
Why?
back to the game.
Yeah, Happy just went on a whole charade there.
Yeah.
I know a lot about Happy. I feel like we all should go to Hawaii. I don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, come visit me.
Come find out what Happy eats. All right. We'll get back to the game. So we'll probably say, an hour or so passes by at this point, given when Thothic you had left. So an hour has kind of passed by. The line that the king has kind of embracing is somewhat subsided as food has been delivered to the king's table here. The king himself is now
Any
sitting down
boy?
upon it, eating large amounts of food and kind of scuzzling it down. Something as a parent, now that you're spending more time with the king, there doesn't appear to be a partner or a queen or anything that's related. It seems just to be the king. Given the king's kind of old age that's been sustained by magic, it would stand to reason that whatever partner in the past maybe did not have that magic.
Or he's infertile.
The king
You
is
say
just
about
eating.
an hour passes by, Thothig would go back inside.
Okay, go back inside.
Not that, yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Just given the mood of what's happening with festivities, you're just getting a lot of space. It's different from when you were last having festivities in here, where giants were coming to, giving you a lot of different things. They set down the food and they gave you all space. They understand that you need time to heal and to process what has happened to you all.
So, everyone, now that we're all together again, what do? We killed Atherin. We have our stuns. We're got the game plan. Did Nyera die?
I think
Nara's
Naira's.
definitely
Yeah, I think her internet went out.
No, I think internet went out for sure.
Fuck.
That is very good. Thelthig, is everything all right with you? You seem to have been something seems to be bothering you.
You say something lies heavy on your heart.
Dragon attacked my hometown. Thulnir. Not too far east of here. A silver dragon, breathing ice, got through the defenses and ravaged the town.
Was Ithran that dragon or no?
Ethan was a
No.
white dragon.
This was a silver dragon,
Okay. Different.
different dragon.
Are you on the lookout for that dragon?
Cannot say I was. I don't know who this dragon is. Never heard of it.
What did they tell you? They told you anything about the silver boy?
But the giants here seem to know its name. And I cannot remember it, even though they said it a few times for some reason.
You feel what I feel. I forget all the time.
I think we might have to do some research if we want to learn who this dragon is.
Is there like a library in this?
No,
No, they don't
Not
read.
here.
not here.
Am I the
Uh,
only one that reads
We
actively?
Oddly, lad, it's just we're in places here where storage knowledge is not what you'd call a high priority.
Yeah, it's
Well, I
this is
find
the
that
kind
very
of place
disrespectful.
where everything is passed on by word of mouth. So
Okay, that's more respectful. They got my respect again. If they had no sort of knowledge keeping, then they'd be kind of fucked, honestly.
Where would like Eastmore be on the map?
Ismar?
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and go into the regional map here. And then
Yeah,
go
we don't
my-
need to
my
look at
tool.
Great Hall.
That
Yeah,
is
you can see how
Ismar.
far away Chris is.
Oh, the whole thing. Gotcha.
Ismar is a region.
Gotcha.
So just like the Frosthorn encompasses this,
Gotcha.
right? So this is the Frosthorn. So Ismar is a high altitude. You know, it's far to the north, similar to the Frosthorn. But the difference with it is that with the actual positions plane, right? So we can see most of Ismar actually is not encased in snow and ice like the Frosthorn is, because it's below slightly, based on the fact that the way the continent is turned. So if you go to the high reaches of the eastern Frosthorns or the northern Frosthorns that it carries through, I'm just going to delete these here. So this right here would be Frosthorn Mountains, right? These are still similar to what you're experiencing now, with the tundra vegetation, the trees, the high altitude peaks. But across this pass, which is right here, you start getting into different types of mountains. That's where the actual fault line is splits.
More warmth, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So everything past Othema. So right here is the actual snow level or the Frosthorn. So Fort Farron, Norfolk, everything south, the Gorn Valley, right? That region is temperate. Trees and lots of rain, grasses. Ismar is considered, is referred to as a grassland plain. It has a lot of low, kind of flat land. It's fertile in many different places within the region, and it's home to many different farmers. There are foothills that span through it, and they kind of go in two different ways, north and south.
Do we happen to have a compass rose?
Do you happen to have a compass? No.
Let's see. I might. I have I have a map. A really shitty map.
Maybe you have cartographer's tools?
No. I just have a map from my home.
Or just take the keen mine feet. You always know where north is. You
Yeah.
always know what time
Yeah.
it
Keen
is.
mine. Definitely something to pick up on the thema. You could try picking
Yeah,
up what's
name.
referred to as a compass stone. There's an actual thing that I have created, a stone that can actually be used as like almost a compass. Or you can pick up cartographer's tools. They do the same thing. They have a compass stone within them, and then they can kind of help track. Based on north and south, the Frosttorn and Nismar are to the far north, and then the regions of Ethrina and Uther are to the far south.
Okay.
Alright, so
Should
we
we?
have Wingsong's vision of a gold dragon, and then we have Thothig's hometown being destroyed by a silver dragon.
Honestly, when you say destroyed by a silver dragon, it honestly sounds a lot more
Hey.
pertinent.
Decimate, not destroyed. I know there are people
Decimated.
alive.
I mean, that still means it sounds a lot more pertinent than me going to a special dragon at the edge of the world continent thing. You know, personally, this sounds a lot more important.
Yeah, that's really dangerous. The dragon. We fought one already, so if we don't fight this one, what damage could it do? You know, we know what they can do.
I mean,
Maybe if it's a frost dragon, maybe it's the one that made all the ice and shit on that one pathway. And if we get rid of it, it will stop doing that and it can be open again.
I mean, they also said that the silver dragon seems a lot bigger.
Right.
It seemed like it was a more powerful being that was able to do all this icy shit. And if that's a more powerful dragon, that's a more powerful being.
I mean, yes.
I'm
Maybe
just,
that
you know,
is what
I'm
I said.
connecting the
Mean
links.
the same thing, lads. We don't need to
The
argue
chain-
over it.
The chain links are connecting in Wingsong head right now. Don't judge. This is how
I
the
like-
stories are made.
I like having you experience someone's re-explaining the thing you just said.
Yes.
Fun.
Both in game and out of game, I am experiencing that kind of connection in my head, and I vocally tell you.
Well, in any case, is Othema being our next location, is that where we should head for now? And just
Yeah.
try and figure out what we're gonna do next from there, on the way there?
I think
Is-
we would have to go through there to get to anywhere else.
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah.
we're gonna go,
because
unless
Yeah.
we're gonna cross a bunch of mountains, which I don't want to.
No.
Personally, I would really love to get out to the snow.
Yeah, I second that.
I
Yeah.
am getting tired of the snow. I want to go warm places.
Even
I've
with the
never
cold,
been.
it's like a lot of snow.
I've never been, but they do say it's very warm around the sun tree, and that's a holy place for me. Maybe it would be good to stop there and pray for some guidance.
And some sunlight.
Oh, that's so
Some
much.
sunlight. Aye.
No, I've actually grown quite accustomed to it here.
Do we... So,
That's gonna
obviously,
Start a life.
obviously, we should stay here for the next couple of days, because we still have... Because we need to recover, or you guys need to recover, and they sent out a couple people to go to the Thrym Shrine to go retrieve you
I
guys.
mean, that's like a few
Stuff.
hours.
Yeah, it's not.
No, that took us several days to get there.
Took 3 days. Yeah.
Well, to the altar, it was about a day and a half
Two-
travel.
Mhm.
Took us a
roughly.
day and a half, 2 days. Yeah.
If given the giants themselves and how fast they move, if they're on the run and they're doing these things, they could get back pretty quickly, which is what
I asked,
was somewhat instructed, right, to get those items get back. So,
like, do we also need to be here for that?
I mean, do you want your stuff back?
it's up to all of you.
I mean, I gave it to Thrym. I just assumed that it was being used by some weird, mystical,
Well-
astral.
No, I
Giant.
asked the king about it, and because of the fact that we killed the dragon, we are, in a way, entitled to those things back. So,
Yeah.
Do we have to
Uh,
give back what we got from Thrym? Because I like the cold resistance.
Do you like
I
not
don't-
being
I don't know
afraid
how-
I'm
anymore?
not sure he can give it back.
Yeah, I don't know how boons from gods work. I don't know. So that's
Yeah, I'm leaving the blood there, so no take
Pers-
back.
Personally, I don't
Yeah.
really need the loot too badly. It's just the loot. I like my Sham a lot more, especially, when that blade is made. Mm-mm-mm.
I didn't
I
offer
think-
anything. So
I think if we can, I'd like my hammer back. Now know what happened to my home.
Fair.
so we'll stay in town for a couple of days. Once we have your hammer back, we can get ready to move out for a theme.
I happened to run into Levrus outside. He said they'll take us part of the way. So
Okay, that's good. And
I need
the
a long
king-
rest.
The king did say that he would have a cart made for us so we could carry some of this stuff back with us because we can't do it ourselves at the moment.
That'd be so helpful.
Once we get to Othema, we can hopefully spend some of this earned coin on something
perhaps
useful.
We could buy a
You'll
lot of
get-
useful things.
tomorrow could I trouble you to put your work in the helmet?
Oh yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna be spending time building the helmet, the dwarven armor, and maybe a couple of things for myself. I'm not sure, but yeah,
Alright.
that's what I'm gonna do. I will focus on it entirely to get those out.
Spending
That's
all
handy,
his
lad.
all his day pounding away really hard at that anvil of his or whatever he uses.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
magical hammer that gives me all the power to just manipulate shapes of metal, but I don't need to do anything. It's
You're
great.
like an artist.
Hmm.
In
I
some
was
way,
More time with the amulet.
yeah, it's smithing is an art. You know what they say.
I want to play with my wand.
I want to see if my reed will
I
make
see that
my
in together.
thingy better.
I'm trying to get the amulet to listen to me.
You got to focus on it. Focus on it.
I think I genuinely might need to take a nap with it.
That seems. I mean, I don't really know many magic items that require you to take a nap with it, but
Joke's on you. We sleep with our rings all the time, and that's
I'm-
been helpful.
But I mean, like, normally you just kind of
It's
spend
true.
some
I
time
sleep
with
with my
it.
rings on.
I mean,
It makes me
I
feel
put
rich.
all my rings on, and they all work.
yeah, but it's not because they recharge. That's different.
What?
It's kind of
no.
like solar batteries. That's what the Girga
What is a
told me.
What the
battery?
hell's, what the
I
hell's
don't
solar?
fucking know. Girga is
The
the one who
hell is
told
it?
me that's what it's like. Okay? Do you think I know what they are? No.
Maybe you shouldn't just repeat things that you hear without knowing what they mean.
Isn't that what you did with your leader?
No? I do
Wow, you
everything.
cannot get over this
Jeez.
shots firing at Paz.
Shots
know every-
fired.
I know everything he said and everything he directed me to do, and it was a lot happier life.
But that was a really clever one, though. wasn't
Dragons
it?
weren't attacking things when the leader was around. I'm sorry,
That
Thought
was,
Big.
that
I
was a
mean-
really clever one, honestly, and I feel like I deserve, a pat on the back.
Okay, I'm gonna punch Wing Sung in the back of the head.
Thump them hard.
Gosh.
Come on.
Give me a
man.
roll.
Roll for attack.
That 20.
Oh my god!
I'm using a luck point. You have to re-roll, my dude.
Reroll.
I'm not gonna let you just hurt me. You want to
17.
roll? You want to roll
God.
again?
That's
You wanna
gonna
roll
that's
again?
gonna connect. I mean, are you gonna make him roll again to the luck point?
Yeah, I'm gonna make him roll again.
Really burning
All
through
day,
'em.
baby.
Yeah, all day. He's gonna smack you hard. I mean, that's
One-
obviously less
one
damage.
more-
but
One more luck point.
one more luck point.
One
Alright.
more.
Keep going.
This is your
Watch
last
me
one.
Still hit. 17 is gonna hit.
Nice
That's
damage.
10 points. 10 points of bludgeoning damage dealt to you, Wing Sung.
Great job, buddy. Here's your pat on the back.
Smacks hard. Right in the back of your neck.
That's all
And,
my
Oh,
luck.
A slight cheer
Look.
comes from the crowd witnessing it. Yeah!
Wing Sung.
You want us to turn into a
You can have
dwarven
that
party?
one.
We can make that happen.
Ow.
I'm not sure we want the giants getting involved in that.
I don't want to start pit fighting giants.
Yeah,
Exactly.
not there.
So let's
Oh my
just
God.
slow it down a notch.
I mean, I
Alright?
probably could, but I don't want to.
You know, that was a pretty good pat in the back. Thank you, Pass.
You're welcome.
Put on a straight face.
I think you might have broke a rib.
Just remember this next time. Why don't you just wait to insult me till after I'm done building your dragon reed with the one dragon tooth you took instead of taking multiple?
Because it's heavy.
Buzz will lose that real quick.
That's really heavy, though.
Also, I have your other reed because I needed a copy of it. I have both your reeds to your stupid instrument.
So just about to spit just going through the tube every time I fucking play it.
Alright, well,
I would prefer you
fine.
not to break
I-
that, honestly. I don't really have much
I
else
won't.
to play.
I won't sing to your level.
I very well appreciate that, even though my level is not that low, I would hope. Anyways, Naira, how's your lunch? How's your dinner?
I need to go to bed and take a nap with this pendant and see if it listens to me.
yeah, I think we have our plans. I think we.
Yeah.
So we should.
Yeah, Athema and then Dragon Bound. Good night.
Fucking Naira just.
Go team.
Pieces out.
Go team. Go team. I like it. Okay, so the festivities continue. The king kind of slowly finishes the meal, gives you some time, and eventually makes way over, pulls up a chair and sits down at your table. Given the time of night, if you dined and drank to your heart's delight, sits down. It's pretty much sloshed at this point, just like swaying side to side.
Now we should challenge him to a drinking contest.
No. I ran out of the luck points.
I thought the same thing.
Now when he's weak, now is the time.
You know, chosen ones, I never thought that this day would ever come.
You're not the only one.
Ow, but fair.
I never thought this day would have existed.
I am quite surprised. And I am not surprised often. I would welcome you all into Monsang whenever you would like to return.
Thank you.
We'll give you a hero's welcome. And with any aid that you require, come marching our fine people. We will. We will march for you. We will return the greatness that you have provided us.
Genuinely, thank you.
That is much appreciated. We will keep that in mind. Thank you.
Yeah, we
And
look forward to when we can call upon you for that, and we can all battle together.
Honestly, you guys are really good at the fighting thing. I was honestly pretty like, whoa. Wolfsing with that, ow, going swinging and the killing all the drakes.
Mr.
Oh my
Grimar,
God.
have you also been a giant your whole life?
Yes.
I think that's how it works, Bez.
Seems to be a trend amongst giants.
Well, we are giant kind. Was
Well,
I
I
as
mean-
tall as I am now? No.
Oh my God, how big are babies?
Our children are quite large. They are
Are
about
they?
the size of you.
Me?
What?
Ah, you dumb baby.
Like me as in like width and thickness, or me as in height? Because I'm a 6 foot tall
I'm
man.
gonna let you speculate on what that looks like.
Uh,
I don't know if I want to. That sounds really creepy, honestly.
Well, you're the one who asked that question.
I was hoping maybe you'd tell me like the dimensions of. Now that I say it that loud, it sounds really creepy.
That's correct.
It's about time we got there. Too long.
You know, let's just get off of that baby subject.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Best
Feels
one
like
is
that-
that all night.
Rest here. Heal your wounds. Drink our food. I must retire for the evening. I drank too much and there's been too much discussion about the future. My head hurts.
This will
I
one day
think
turn into
now's
a
the time to
epic
challenge
story.
him to a drinking contest again.
I feel like this is our best chance.
He's right there, you know.
He can get my
Let's
Dougal
go
ring
and
back.
let the man go to sleep.
I haven't forgotten
Very
I
about
well.
want to do the same.
I will see you all in the morning.
Have,
Rest.
Rest well.
Praise be to Thrym.
Get my luck points back.
Cheers.
As the horn and begins to walk away with large trudging stone.
I'm just saying a little guidance. We could have drank him under the table this time.
No, I don't think we could have. Just all of us are tired.
You speak for yourself.
I am especially tired,
Let's
emotionally.
Let's just go to bed, shall we? We have a plan for the next couple of days, so let's just.
When we do go to bed, I'm gonna dimension door to my bed just to be cool.
There's no bed. We sleep on
There
the
is no
floor.
bed. You
So you
just
just
sleep
sleep on the
on
floor
the
here in
bed.
the
Sleep on the
hall.
So
floor.
Wingsong
So
walks
you
away.
dimension door like 5 feet next to where you are.
Look
No,
at
He
no,
just
no,
dimension
I'm-
doors
no,
into a
this is
laying
what
down
I-
position.
Yeah.
This is what I do. I just take a few steps, just go boom, and I just draw a door in the air, and it opens up. You see an actual door. Walk through it. I just take another 5 feet, and you see me laying down. I walk through it laying down.
That was not very impressive.
It's just pretty cool. I wanted to use it really badly.
I mean, you only went like from there to there. It's not very impressive.
I could have brought one of you guys along with me.
I mean, I could have just walked.
Now,
It's
Paz,
like my
remember, it's not the size of your dimension door; it's how you use it.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I saved at least 10 calories.
I could just do like, I could do this too.
Misty step.
Well, I'm comfortable at least.
That's not where I
Uh,
told to go, but that's okay.
Wingsong, use your dimension door.
Yeah. So just go ahead and take that out of my spell slot. No
If we're
more
going to
important-
sleep, I feel like it'll come back at some point.
It will. But
Oh
I
yeah,
felt like-
I can't
I felt
currently.
like him indicating that is gonna lead to me not sleeping for 8 hours.
Or
can-
we're just gonna see the animation.
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh,
see the
there's-
animation
Oh,
here.
there's no animation to it.
I put it in.
Oh, okay.
While you're sitting here being like, I'm gonna dimension door into my bed. You're like moonwalking
Okay.
back.
Okay, fine. Give me one moment.
I put the
Um,
range in as 500 feet.
Hold up. I gotta get my spell slot back. I didn't think you actually wanted to see it. I was just like,
I want to see it.
Walk
Oh
and
wait,
see
can
you.
someone share their screen? I can't actually. Because I'm literally just surviving
Oh.
on 2% of my phone. I don't have Foundry right
I mean,
now.
it's the same animation as the Misty Steps. It's not like
Is it okay? Fair enough.
It's
why
not
is it
like
rolling dice?
because it rolls. Does it roll dice?
If
Yeah.
you-
Oh
if you
yeah, I
teleport-
forgot. Yeah, if you teleport, you actually do damage with it.
Yeah,
There
if
you
I
go.
teleport into an object, then I take damage, and I have to get forced out of it. So technically, I teleported into the chair again accidentally. Took damage.
I like how now you have 4 party members that can Misty Step,
I mean, I can
like
dimension door. so-
Misty Stepping, I guess.
Yeah.
Dimension dooring.
And transport
Lots
themselves.
of teleportation here with this group.
I mean, if you really think about it, the Dimension Door is the ultimate Misty Step.
Oh, it is the ultimate.
Yeah.
500 feet is insane. No, I mean, you talk about like concept of battle maps in the actual fight you were just in with an Ether and how large that map was. How like this
Yeah.
Dimension Door could literally take you to the other side of the layer.
Yeah,
That's insane.
Yeah.
that's very handy.
All right, so I guess calling the night an end, right? So, we'll go ahead and do a long rest. So, go and advance it. What's
Can
up?
you put mine in long rests
Yeah.
or like put it in for me?
I once again would like to try and dream of dragons.
Yeah.
Give me your roll.
Gonna be like up over here. What was it? Wisdom?
Please make it with some saving throw.
Wisdom save.
There are no objections. Thothin can do the same because he's thinking about dragons because of the news.
14.
Yeah.
I feel like all of us are gonna fucking
Oh, but
shit with dragons.
yeah.
Dream of
Oh,
Dragons,
Gothic,
but-
just so you know, I can see not very well, but I can see your stuff.
But that's my spell book. That's no big deal.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we might as well just finish out the session with narration. Why not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Has no. So I think you're.
Can I finally dream of dragons?
Give Paz something.
Hello.
He got the wand of wonders.
Yeah, I mean, I won.
So Paz will dream of eating dragon hearts. That'll be his dragon dream.
That's disgusting.
Indigestion from raw dragon heart.
That is awesome. I literally found this music and it was like a futuristic city. That was so cool. Let's see here. I gotta find something a little better than that because that was not what
Oh,
I
I
was
haven't heard music at all during this entire time. I just didn't even think about it.
Oh, really?
Nothing's been playing for you?
Nothing.
It was playing for me. I heard.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Music.
Let's see here.
Sounds
might
like a you problem.
I might have it accidentally muted.
You might. That would make me really sad.
Honestly,
You weren't
me too.
enjoying
Because as soon as you
beautiful
said epic
music.
music, I'm like, I want to hear it too.
You're missing out on
maybe-
the ambiance.
Maybe my output is the wrong. Yeah, my output's wrong again.
Okay.
Nice.
So, pass.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
You focus on your stone as you, before clenching it, on your little bedroll, laying down on the harsh stone floor.
I think
Come
I
on,
would have set up
come
a
on.
hammock between one of the
Hammock.
chairs.
You set up a hammock. You're gonna ding
Yeah,
in there in
between the
hammock,
chairs because they're fairly
watching
large.
it. You're looking, focusing on it. Your vision just goes through it, focusing in entrenchment as it does, kind of passes through. You awake as your eyes open. You hear sounds of a dragon flying overhead. You can hear the screams of what sounds as if it's a siege of people screaming and terrified as they're yelling outwards. As this dragon, that's a Wilhelm scream. That's great. As there is breathing of this breath, as it's encasing this underground city. You're standing in what resembles that of a large cavern with multitude of holes and supporting pillars that extend upwards. The housing is stone with windows with dim candlelight or none at all. Many of them have actually been destroyed at this point. This dragon is freely going around. You see bolts being shot up into the air as well as arrows as it's breathing this cold breath out about the ground. People are, again, screaming, all of which are dwarfs. They are running around through the tiny passageways between the buildings as well as the main roads, but particularly headed in one direction, which is towards the west. They're pushing past you as you feel like you're in a central area with many different guild housing as well as shops that are around you, stretching left and right of this darkened, somewhat slight, I would say not darkened, but somewhat slight tan to gray granite is what it constitutes. There's wagons and carts and other things. These dwarfs themselves are dressed very particularly in either commoners or merchant clothing. They resemble that of traders. Some soldiers are there. They're looking around, shouting, giving orders in Dwarvish to group up, to gather together, to fight the great beast. And as it lands down upon the ground directly in front of you, crumpling that small force of soldiers that have gathered near to your left, there's just smush within the talons of the 60-foot to 70-foot long dragon, rivaling the size of Ithrin. This dragon itself, though, is different. It's slightly aglow with whatever light is present with there, reflecting it. There are no icicles on it, on its actual scale. It seems as though the scaling that this dragon has is slightly interlinked, like that of chainmail, rather than latticed on. Its wings are, as they unfurl when they land, right? They kind of unfurl and then retract back in, coming into its body, are elegant and pristine, streamlined for speed, not necessarily burrowing or grabbing onto the ice, but flying extremely fast. Its face has tendrils that kind of dangle down at intricate points. Some spikes protrude outwards. But all in all, it's very sleek. It's fancified. Its eyes are common with that of a slight blue, not like Ithrin's glow, but they're more of like an aqua coloration. It has fear within its eyes, smushing the soldiers, looks left and right. almost as if it's in a frenzy, begins to attack dwarvish civilians that are running to the left of its talons, smashing them to the nearby building, takes its other talon, goes into another building, takes its tail, swings it back around, throwing 3 carts. It roars up into the air. As it does that, roaring high into the air, it kind of looks down towards you, breathing outwards as this cold breath goes around you. It says, not recognizing you, it says, please, please, please make it stop. As it says that, this lightning of pink and purple cackles around, begins to almost electrocute it, roars again up into the air as it shakes its body violently, its eyes squinting down, begins to find its strength, almost as if it's being controlled, and continues its onslaught of the city. With that, you come back, retracting back into yourself within the hammock, slightly sweaty and entrenched, as you were almost paralyzed within that place, fearing for your own life that could be killed during this siege, and the innocence of life that you saw slaughtered.
You got your dragon dream.
I'm glad I never showed Thought Thing the color of my stone.
You never did.
No, I didn't show anybody. The only person that might
Nope.
know would have been Varys. It's been like an anklet that just I haven't brought out or seen or even mentioned.
Dude, you have the evil, not one, I guess, unwantingly evil dude that fucking Thothley wants to kill.
You have what is most definitely more work by Datamar.
Yeah.
Okay. Now
Yeah,
we will.
more like Doug
Yep.
Dimmadome.
So I think we had a 17. Okay. So you focus on your particular stone as you do. You're pulled through with a vision. The heavy heart that you have, no pun intended, is holding you down, and it's finding you hard to sleep. And so giving and staring into the stone is putting your mind to something. That's somewhat helpful. You pull through as you're forced. You hear the sounds of water as they're kind of moving back and forth about you. It kind of feels as if you're in the open ocean. You have no vision yet. And as the feeling comes to you, you're floating in the water. As it's kind of smacking and moving back, the water itself is warm. The waves are not intimidating. As you're kind of moving and floating there, you're looking left, you're looking right, you're looking around you to see where you are. You see mainland to the northeast.
I'm in the water?
You're in the water, miles away from shore. You can see, I want to clarify, northwest. You see northwest.
Okay.
The mainland, miles away. In the outstretches of a great jungle. This jungle is large, with trees towering to upwards of 90 feet, canopies abundant, as vines and trickles kind of throw themselves into the ocean miles away from you. All of a sudden, burbles and gurgling come out from underneath you of the water. You look down, and then you push your head into the actual water, and from there you see vine and algae and moss and other sorts of protozoic vegetation kind of pulling themselves upwards, and the bubbles themselves are coming from an area within the water of a great hole, and from that you see talons clutching and pulling themselves, grabbing of green, and with that you come back.
I have a question.
Yep.
Is it possible for me, because I was thinking about this a couple of days ago, I've been wanting to ask, is it possible for me to just, when I'm lying down after dimension dooring to sleep, get my stone out and just trying to speak to it to see if I can communicate through the stone to Haran?
You want to try to communicate?
Yeah, I want to see if I can say, hello Haran, if you can hear me, can we talk? Can we communicate?
Okay, make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, I'm pretty good at that one.
Okay, so you begin to touch and talk through it. As you do, your vision becomes slightly into a space that seems to be void. It's black. Your voice echoes, "Hello, hello." Void of coloration and black. In the space, you barely can see yourself. You're a voice kind of giving out, "It's not safe. Go back." What do you do?
You should listen. You should listen to that.
I'll go back, but
There you go.
You come back to losing the focus and not trying to make contact. You come back into yourself within that void, that place of dark. There was no objects, and the floor. How were you standing on it? You have no idea. It's almost as if it was some sort of ethereal or extraplanar place that you had reached.
that's spooky.
A lot of danger just casually through there.
Okay.
Well, now that you've lost the ability to talk to a cat, are you now talking to inanimate objects, Wingsong?
Are you sleeping close enough to hear me talking to a stone?
Usually so is.
Okay. And I guess you would have seen me just like shuffle my stone out of my fucking pocket then if you're gonna be like a typical leg warmer cat. And be like, Haran, can you hear me? And I guess does it take time for me to come back or is it just like a snap pop back?
It's a snap. It's very quick. And
Um,
and when you finish coming back, the voice that you're hearing in that place ceases.
So I don't know what's going on with Haran, but I tried to talk to him. I thought maybe if these stones, if they give us visions, or if they just if they connect us to the dragons. So I thought maybe we can talk to them through the stones. So I thought I could speak to him, and well, yeah, I tried, but I couldn't see anything. It was a dark, inky void everywhere. I could barely see myself, and I heard Haran. It was Haran's voice, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I heard Haran's voice telling me to go back. It's not safe. He's very direct with his messages. I like that. It's really helpful. But he's in he's in danger right now, I think. I don't know what's going on with him, but I'm worried Damodar is doing something with him right now. But I don't know, but it seems that we could possibly communicate with our dragons through our stones.
So it's kind of as Wingsong's going into more and more detail about this, so it just like kind of sits up and with his paw, the back of his paw, kind of just like slightly lifts out his amulet and looks down at it, and then just looks back up at Wingsong.
Yeah, I think in the morning I might give it a try, but
If what you say is true, then we should let the others know come the morning.
Yes. I am worried about Taran. He is a powerful dragon, but as we see, dragons fall. And that's all I have to say.
Wow, Wingsong getting some huge cojones there.
I know. What a way to end with that.
Dragons fall.
Fucking
That's our solid end note right
Damodar just comes in and fucking zaps us all to death while we're sleeping. Fucking knows where we're going.
All right, well we can go ahead and end the session there. It's a pretty good time given the fact that we're long rested and then going to be headed off into a new area the next session here. So got obviously some narration, some information from the stones there. I do want to ask Paz, do you have any questions on that? I didn't want to get into too much vivid detail I've had some groups in the past find some of the stuff a little bit disturbing and things going into that level of stuff. So I didn't want to.
I love body horror. It's absolutely disgusting and it's great, but at the same time you are
Yeah.
also on stream, so it's,
Yeah, trying to balance that, trying to give you the effect of what is happening without going into too much of that detail, especially for maybe even Thothig with your character. But he's all right. Anyways, Pat, do you have any questions at all?
No, I got the. So I know that we know what is the dragon's name. The silver dragon's name. It's been said. Just every time it's been said, I never wrote it down.
Everything?
No.
That's a worm.
No, Barathun is
The silver dragon's name is Belzar.
All right.
I'm gonna type that in chat.
Every time I've heard it like 5 times and I've just never written it down.
I have it with like a
I think
question
I
mark.
written that one down, but I just like forgot that I did because I write down like all the names we get, but I always typo it, you know. Fucking
what
fuck up
color
the
dragon
name.
was Balrog? I wasn't actually there for that. session.
Balrugar was a beholder.
Beholder, yeah.
What?
Balrog was a beholder.
Hold
I-
on,
Brother
hold
to
up.
Stilgar and brother.
I
is-
heard dragon, not beholder, for some reason.
What's a
Hold
beholder?
up. You just guys just casually met a fucking beholder?
No, Barathun and Irathun were the 2 dragons he mentioned. Or well, the
Yeah.
red great
Yeah.
worm and
Yeah.
dragon.
And also, the beholder wasn't trying to kill us, you know, it was an ally,
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
A
Ally?
friendly beholder.
Hold up.
Imagine that.
I mean, yeah, he was waiting for us.
He could have just fucking eyeballed you to death.
I mean, he was the one that gave us, or that let us know the Bane of Barathun, and then Varys destroyed his home.
And then
Is he
you
still-
just
is he still
started acting
alive?
ridiculous in front of him, and he was all like, "So these are the chosen ones, huh?"
You guys just destroyed my home, and now I'm
Yeah.
just gonna die.
And after
Yeah.
that, Pat tried to kill Varys, and that happened.
Nope.
Yeah.
Man, if only the other weirdos were there too. Just to see how he would react to
And
the
then he
more
also
weirdos.
told us about how the Bane of Barathun came about. It was imbued with Xanathar's magic. By the way, Xanathar is the brother to Balrog, also brother to Saligar, who we haven't met.
Can you put that in writing? What?
Oh, the Beholder stuff?
Yeah, whatever you just said out loud.
Hold on here. This is
Use the
And then
These
I've got to run, but I'll see you guys. I'll talk to you guys, and I'll see you.
this is actually copied and pasted
Yeah,
from my
alright,
notes exactly as I said it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. And I stuck in the chat just like the 3 or 4 things that in theory we're gonna get a nice hefty blurb from you on.
Yeah.
Mr. DM.
I'll be typing up some stuff now that we also have Paz and Thothig's thing as well.
Yeah.
All
right,
You're heading out?
It's 11:04. I gotta run.
Okay. Bye.
So,
Alright, good night.
yeah,
Good
everyone.
night.
Good night. 1,020 experience each, so it puts you at 25,982. I put that to Nair's character sheet already, so.
epic. We spent like 2 hours looting.
I
Really did.
you did spend a
We
lot of time looting. I was trying I
Yes,
kept
you did.
trying to intercede a little bit, trying to get it
Yeah.
going, but I think you all were so excited about
Not at all.
what was
I
in
kept-
there. You guys were all like getting really, really into it.
Yeah, I
Um,
kept trying to keep it moving forward. It's just everybody just kept going. It's like, what's this? What's this? What's this? What's this?
Yeah.
You're heading out?
God
Bye.
damn.
Yeah. Bye.
I'm
fine.
closing
I-
out I am closing out the stream right now, so if you're watching, thank you so much. Take care.